Heyo everyone! If you don't want to watch the recap for the last session, go ahead and skip to this timestamp in this video, and we will get you right into tonight's action. Enjoy the show! Previously on Pokemon Dungeons and Dragons.
On the collective? I don't remember what I started it off. Was it the encounter with the boys? The boy? Damien? Is that when we walk back? That happened first?
No.
What happened first?
So according to my notes, we met up and we're discussing the gyms in the Pokemon Center, and we found out some things about Tia's team.
Yeah.
Which is that William evolved.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And that Pichu. Does Pichu have a name yet?
Nope.
Nope. We took a week off, and you've had 2.5 weeks to think of the name.
This is a very delicate affair, okay? This has to be very specific. You can't rush these things.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
this person's
we
name?
cannot all be artistic.
No, I have a
all be
pig.
All right. Sometimes it takes this person a little extra time.
Sleeve McDyke.
And found out that said unnamed Pichu is shiny.
Yes, which is very cool. And she's got a little necklace.
Just too
What's on the necklace?
The Netflix?
Yes,
You
what's
okay?
on the
What's
Netflix?
on the Netflix? A lot of stuff.
over 6,000 shows.
The Office of Naga.
She's got a little
no.
shell necklace
cute.
that I gave her, and she's wearing it. She's a baby, so now she's got a little partner with Cubone. There's two babies,
2 babies.
and they can be babies together
That is how.
and do baby things.
that baby back. I'll stop.
Get my back.
The other thing I have in my notes is that CJ officially caught Chicky Baby. Chicky Baby.
Yes,
That happened.
Chicky baby.
chickpea baby.
She's not gaming the system anymore.
I just asked her.
Also booped her. She was like, yeah, bro.
CJ's very good at that. CJ's very good at.
His persuasion has
At,
a
like-
high modifier.
We gotta be friends first.
He's like juggles 7 Pokemon at once. So you're like, is this allowed? He's like,
Is it allowed?
How loud?
Is that allowed?
But there's a lot of team swapping and pep talking.
yes.
A lot of that happened.
And then we went to see if we could find the Kingdress crown again, because we kind of had a loose plan to go south
And we
towards
did not.
the Amberite Sierras. Couldn't find Eddie.
Nope. We found Marty.
Yeah, Captain Marty,
Yep.
who won a mail delivery boat in a game of cards.
That he cheated.
That he cheated. He admitted he cheated on.
Yep.
And Broombeck.
And he's like, you guys can sleep on top of the boxes, and we're like, let's not.
I love how
fun deal.
he said that he cheated, and we're like, you cheated again. He's like, you can't prove that. You just said it.
You can prove
Oh,
that
he
either.
was so goofy.
We don't have that on recording.
We're very much not getting on this boat with Captain Marty, so we looked for a faster boat.
Yeah.
He's not a captain.
We found Daphne's boat.
He's just Marty.
Who CJ was trying to seduce
Daphne's
unsuccessfully.
Very unsuccessfully.
Well, she was a
Very unsuccessful.
Yeah.
What do you want this 12-year-old boy to do?
I mean, he tried. He tried his best.
Yeah, she was
shot
trying
my
to charge
shot.
us $50 per person
Yeah.
to get a boat lift down to the Sierras. We're like,
Yeah.
that's a little steep, so that's not gonna happen.
Then we came across Ona.
No concept of commerce.
Yes.
Ona.
Yes.
She had left Captain
Bye.
French Fry. She left French Fry Man. And she's doing her own thing, and she's hanging out with us.
It's like a telephone recap.
Is she?
Yeah.
I thought she went back. Or I thought she was just like, I don't think she was following.
No, we
hanging
think
out.
No,
she wanted to
she's
show.
hanging out with us.
okay.
But we were like trying to figure out why she left,
Yeah.
and she's just like, I'm doing my own thing, and we're like,
Yes.
there's gotta be a reason. She's like, no, you guys are psychos. Just I'm doing my own thing.
And so ensued a beautiful game of charades in which Joel lost all of it.
Yes.
Yeah, you won
Yeah.
by far. You
It
were.
was pretty good.
Definitely.
Listen, it's all of our like Jackbox
Which,
games.
you know what? That falls very in line with your character.
Oh, yeah,
I gotta
definitely.
say, like being in the wild boy.
He gets it.
I'm just like,
He gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy.
learned important information.
He's like Gallimimus. He understands.
Yeah.
My best friend.
The other thing was Zergan Zed Zeron Zero whoever
Xerox,
from
yeah.
Marty.
Zergan Costco.
Yeah, Zergan Costco, the dude that Marty won the boat from, and we kind of discovered that might be the collector, or
Yes.
the collector's one of his many aliases, or her many aliases.
Who I think we've pretty much heard about from everybody in this town.
In this town.
Has mentioned the collector.
Yeah.
Who's come by at some point
DaCosta.
and tried to persuade everybody to sell something or give something up. And they're all like, he's a piece of poop, don't trust him.
He's a jerk face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, people do not enjoy him.
So I am very intrigued as to what the heck he's doing and who this person is.
Yep. And then we went to bed to sleep on it and figure out what we wanted to do.
Well, first, something very interesting happened.
Yes!
Because we went back
Charlie.
to Krabby Cakes.
Oh, yes.
And CJ stealth checked
Yes!
his way to the kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah. Charlie's a normal guy.
Nothing weird about that.
As far as you guys know, CJ's very excited about his new information about Charlie.
Yep.
Charlie!
Sorry,
Theories,
he's a normal
a
bro.
licky tongue that maybe got his tongue
Totally
cut off.
normal human being.
Off screen, I've been thinking about this
He's
interaction
perfectly normal human being.
and
Yeah.
how amazing it was that he just successfully stealth checked his way to getting the information that he desperately wanted. Like,
I was gonna be an idiot and use my inspiration die if it didn't work out and just be like, oh, here we go!
I'm getting the answer.
Didn't have to.
Yes.
Then, Grammar Paladin, you will appreciate this. In line with the rolls.
So we were all going to bed and sleeping on our decision. I went out to have a chit chat with Monty because gamingly he has been rolling very poorly, which means nothing, but I took that to be a narrative thing. It's like he's performing poorly consistently, so I wanted to have a little talk with him, see what's going on. And I discovered that on his route to Greengate, something was put in his wing. And not knowing what to do, I woke up CJ, who I thought might have the best idea of what it was and what to do.
And I knew what that was.
And turns out it's a tracking device that is recording all manner of data, like a scary amount. Go watch the episode if you want to hear exactly how many datas. And it
Lots of data.
it completely changed our thought process on what we want to do and where we want to go. And it was just a radical departure of
well, because on top of you then taking Monty to the Pokemon Center to get that little tracking thing removed, did you go to the
yeah, I went to see. My suspicions were, if is this in every bird? Like, is this part of the male thing? Like, if every bird has it, then whatever.
Right.
But it was not every bird. I found one other bird
as far
that
as you
had
can
it.
tell, yeah.
I checked a lot of birds. There's a hot debate on how many birds
Listen,
I checked.
play it back. He was not able to check all the birds.
Correct, but I checked enough to know that it's not every bird.
The roll wasn't amazing, it wasn't bad. It was right in the middle, so it means he checked out
I don't even
at least
think it was a
decent
roll.
amount of
I
birds.
was just doing it while you looked at Glenn. You were looking at Glenn and I was looking at other birds, and then it was
Listen.
like, this is how many you found. But it doesn't matter. The only thing I wanted to see was if it was every bird or just my bird. And the consensus was not every bird has it.
It was at least one other bird.
One other bird.
Glenn.
Yes, I already said his name. But he's also a rooter bird, so
and also
Which
had
means he
been
was
to
suspect.
Greengate.
and also had been to Greengate. So it's a little concerning, but it has completely rerouted our decisions and our
Yes.
plans.
We had sort of a plan of what we were going to do, and this changed it drastically.
And then I don't know if we were leaving or just walking back to go to because
No,
you guys
so
had woken
you
up.
guys,
Yeah,
you
we
guys
woke up.
did training because you were like, "There's no way I'm gonna sleep after this
Yes.
revelation."
We tried a new hurricane co-op move.
Yeah, so I have in my notes
Sick.
that Crash crit on summoning his water and then failed at throwing it, which was interesting. So that was like, oh, some lighthearted thing. And then right back to the harsh reality of there being a yellow cat-like face that Milo believed to be an Abra that was watching them in the bushes and just teleported away, leaving a shard circle on the ground.
And Milo full of paranoia.
Yeah, so Milo's thought process was maybe his parents are behind this in some way, in that it was the Rooterbird, Glenn, and Monty who had these tracking devices. So he's thinking, like, what if it's my parents who are the ones that are doing these nefarious deeds? and
Just the trackers. Like, his thought process is not that they're like teamed with the Abras or anything, but that it's just another thing in line for them to keep track of and or hinder Monty's ability to complete the challenge. That's the only thing I really care about, so that's the only thing that I kind of connect this to.
It was also the rationale of why Milo does not want to go back to Ambercrag and why collectively now the group does not want to go back to Ambercrag, in that we
Had been talking about
I've
it.
been talking about it. And we're like, oh yeah, let's go south. That sounds like a cool plan. And now everybody on the other end of that tracking device knows that that's our plan. So we figure we'll pivot.
Bang.
We'll do a different plan.
Try to ghost him.
Yeah, we
So-
Get that
also
couch up the stairwell.
learned about Scarlet, who maybe has information and is worth pursuing.
Yeah, I used to talk to her.
Possibly.
I used to talk to her on the
Oh, there's a chat room.
Welcome to Pokemon Dungeons and Dragons. Join our heroes Phoebe, Milo, CJ, Bentley, as they explore the Laris region, learn about their new friends, and discover the world around them. After a lengthy stay in the friendly village of Wattalanga, our heroes say their final goodbyes as they continue on their Pokemon journey.
It begins. Y'all are sitting around in Wattalanga.
Correct.
With all your newfound information. It's very early in the morning.
Information.
Sun has begun to rise ever so slightly over the horizon. And the day is yours. Or is it?
Beautiful. So I think we should leave.
Yeah.
Let's leave.
Yeah, let's get out of here. I would say that's a pretty good idea.
Okay. Where to?
Let's go meet Spencer's parents in Mayburn.
Okay.
I'm sure there's other things to do there too, but yeah,
That's what I'm focused on right now. Sorry.
I mean, I'm fine
Oh
with
god.
It's like a tourist guide. Mayburn, Spencer's parents, and then that's it.
I'm
Dude, what
very
if they're a
intrigued.
spectacle? He was a spectacle. I
He
wanna meet
was-
his parents.
He was definitely special.
Oh yeah.
CJ's developed a very weird obsession with
He gave him a-
reading.
Hey, my
Give him
worldview was very limited for a while, and now it's a lot
Well, now that he knows
wider.
he could go catch 2 humans and force them to breed in a daycare center, he wants to make all manner of anomalies.
Terrifying.
So while you guys gather up your supplies, I'll be right back, and I'm gonna kind of run off.
Oh, okay.
Bentley's also going to go to the Pokemon Center,
Sam.
because knowing that we're potentially under threat right now,
Okay.
and we learned from the last session that Dial-Up has like a battery that he
Yes.
needs to charge,
Yeah.
and it is currently not charged. Gonna swap ski Dial-Up and bring back Rose to the squad. So
Okay.
I'll have Mortar, Evinrude, Rose, and Manny, young Cubone.
Okay.
Who has the egg currently? Do you have the egg?
Do you want to do an egg check since it's a new day? A new day is.
I think I did it last episode, and I rolled really high, and y'all were like, "Oh my god!"
Well, I mean, you could have not said that and gotten another one, but it's trying to help you out.
Honesty is the best policy.
You may if you'd like. Roll for the egg. The egg is in your skillet.
The egg is in my skillet.
It's cooking over easy,
89.
Wow.
over hard.
Wow, bruh. Rose.
I mean, it's Rose doing the Aurora beam on the deep sea, deep lake egg.
Do you know how many eggs it took to hatch Cubo?
a lot of eggs.
How many eggs?
Like how many points you need?
We don't know how far along this egg was
lot.
cooked already,
What?
though.
Yeah.
So I'm running off. I'm gonna go stop by the Pokemon Center, but actually the Pidgey Coop,
Yo.
and I'm going to sign out Glenn.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's a very simple process for you. You probably have some form of paperwork that says I am of the Rooter
Yes.
clan, and you go up and there's like his little leg band, and you just snip it.
Is there anything?
Glenn hops upon your shoulder.
Beautiful.
like physically different about Glenn that makes him look any different from a normal Pidgey? Or
He's like
aside from his like bandage on his wing now.
well, no, he's like he's kind of a little punch.
Oh, yes.
He's not the fastest.
He's a round boy.
Pudgy Pidgey.
He's a
Pudgy
white boy.
Pidgey.
Hashtag Pudgy Pidgey, get it trending.
He's all like his feathers are a little bit darker, but otherwise like he seems very
Otherwise,
just he's a little pudgy.
Yeah.
A little overweight.
So I'm gonna be like, hey Glenn, you're gonna come with us. You and Monty and I will work together to get you both healed up, back in shape, and deliver a mail at your prime.
Okay. He'll hop on your head and do the thing where he'll flip his head down. He like pecks you in the forehead.
does that mean it's one of his 4?
No, not catching him.
Glenn is on loan.
Well, I know, but
So Glenn cannot fight. He is not a fighting bird.
okay, so there's a loophole.
CJ had like 6 Pokemon for ages.
I know, but I'm
But
just
no,
trying to.
Glenn is not in a Pokeball. He cannot be in a Pokeball.
Okay.
And he cannot fight.
Okay.
So Glenn is another mouth to feed.
Okay, cool.
He is a thing to look after. He is not a thing that looks after you.
Okay, cool.
So,
But it's Glenn!
as often as I can, I'm gonna have Monty and Glenn out.
Okay. Yeah, they both have bandages on their wings.
We can promote their healing and their recuperation, and then I'll head back towards the group.
Do you take Glenn's mailbag, or do you just kind of?
I assume it's still on him, so yes.
Okay. You take all of his accoutrements.
Yeah, because once we get to a point or a city when he's back in shape, he will rejoin his job.
Yeah. So in his mailbag, if you should so choose, you have access to several like replenishment envelopes, some like stationery.
Okay.
All of it is stamped and sealed with the like official Rooter notations.
Like it's mail that's needing to be delivered?
No.
Oh.
No. So it is if you needed to send Glenn somewhere,
Oh, okay.
he could like.
Got it.
He's
Cool.
a go-between fella. He kind of just waits for something to be needed, and then he's
Okay.
like a messenger bird.
How well are you guys feeling about flying right now?
Glenn will look at you and just go, and he'll try to fly, and then he's just like flapping one wing, but he's on the ground and he's like,
Alright, that's fair. No, cut it out. We'll get there.
When you asked that at first, I thought you meant us. I was like, I mean, if I can, I'd love to fly.
holy crap.
I have a
Great,
lead,
because there's a
I can
Boeing
fly.
factory in Mayburn. You're hired.
It's like, wait a minute,
I
he's not
believe
talking to
I
me.
can touch the sky.
Okay, so we'll work on that a little bit and probably have to do some stretches and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
Monty, it is worth noting, is able to fly. It is the bandage more so that is slowing him down.
yeah, that's fair.
It's not the wounds, it's the way that they are wrapped.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll head back.
Yeah, they basically like the wound is it's kind of gross, but it's basically like if somebody had hit you with like a pencil or something, just like one like sharp stab. So like it would hurt, but
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
not like
Okay.
yeah. They didn't like cut out like
No,
tendons of his
I
wing.
know.
Yeah, just in case.
Okay.
So what is the route toward Mayburn, like the official
It is Route 113.
113?
107 is north. 113 is to Mayburn. 114 is to Summerbury, and 112 is south from Mayburn to Hillmouth. That's right.
Summerberry sounds delicious. Let's go.
They are.
Do you have summerberries
they're
here?
caves.
No, that's not a thing.
Oh, more cakes.
Pastryville. We're
get
going
more
there.
cakes.
Before you
Sugartown.
leave,
Yeah.
do you want to?
I have a lot of cakes still.
I kind of want to just get out of here.
I used all my cakes, but
Peace
I mean,
out.
they were very helpful.
I have 6 cakes.
What? You have 6 cakes?
Yeah, remember I bought a bunch
He
of
spent
them.
all of
Even
his money on
after your gym?
Yeah, those were the ones that they gave us. I bought 6 separate ones.
Dang.
Yeah.
We're so poor.
You guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So going towards Mayburn.
Towards Mayburn.
Yeah.
Alright.
As Milo rejoins you, you see Pudgy little Glenn.
I'm bringing Glenn with me.
What's up,
Who's
Glenn?
that?
It's hopping all along.
It's Glenn the Pidgey.
Hi, Glenn.
He was pecks you in the forehead.
Not me. He's
Climb up
on
your
my
own.
head. There you go.
He seems to be checking if your head is hollow. He's like, Listening
Ow.
for the vibration.
Any bugs in there?
Ow.
That's what he's listening
Lots
for.
of bugs.
He goes,
No. Never mind.
No, Glenn.
Never mind.
he hops on your shoulder.
No,
Bugs
Glenn.
on your face.
Never
Don't
mind.
make me take you back.
All right, so I think it's Route 113.
Yeah.
To Mayburn. Is that what we're decided on?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I think we should definitely get out of here now that something knows where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get moving.
I like
Send me on my way.
I like
Yes, so
moving.
113 will start you heading through the bayou-style swamp.
Nice.
There is a ramshackle path put together. Sometimes it is just cleared path with mostly mud and dirt. Other times there is some semblance of effort put in with some wooden planks. Really just depends how far off the trail you're willing to head.
Milo's gonna hang back a little bit, just walk a little bit further behind. Kind of looks back at one last look at Wattalanga, a little sad that his time there is ending on such a sad note. But he's gonna have Monty kind of flying slowly above him, and then with his arm out with Glenn on it, having him flap his wings. But
Glenn is just
but just stay on my glove.
T-pose.
Stay on my glove. Stretch those wings out.
T-pose. Yeah.
Stretch them out. Nice slow flaps.
He'll start doing some yoga poses.
Okay.
Some nice slow fly.
I did learn, Glenn, from a Magnemite that you can do some arm circles are a good exercise. There you go. Keep it up, bud. Just keep walking while Glenn does some arm circles.
You're pretty strong. You can hold those birds up like that.
Just one.
Also, Bentley is going to take the spell tag that he bought and just tie it to one of the straps of the satchel that Manny's sitting in.
Cool.
Ward off baddies
power
from the bebe
Yeah.
and hopefully egg.
Baby egg. Okay.
Lead the way, guys.
But yeah, as you guys are wandering around through here, I know Milo is hanging back. Who is taking point?
I'll be in the front.
You'll be in the front?
I'm gonna tell Crash to walk on all fours.
Okay.
I want to try something. I want to try something.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gets low to the ground like a buff
We're gonna do a
alligator.
slip inside situation?
I'm gonna, without telling him, run and try to jump onto his back, with my feet, try to surf on him.
Okay. Make a dexterity check.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Kelly Bunga.
What? 13.
13?
Oh.
Okay. You almost lose your footing, and then Crash is like, what are you doing? Oh, that's awesome. And he tries to help you stay on.
Yeah.
As he's walking.
Look, guys, I'm surfing Crash.
Nice.
This is rad. that's it.
Just never a worry in the world. Never one. Never.
Not even one.
Hey, Monty, go fly up in front of him and give him a light breeze. He can have wind in his hair and he surfs.
So cool.
Yeah. CJ, make an intelligence check, please.
Oh, what? That's not good.
Oh.
That's a 0, technically.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah,
that is narratively on brand.
you guys watch as CJ is on there. He's kind of laughing and joking around, and then for a second he gets very serious, and then he keeps laughing, and he comes right back. CJ, you, however, as you're kind of riding along, all of a sudden you're out of the bayou. You're standing on the cusp of the bayou that you are currently in. If you look behind you, all of your friends and Crash are nowhere to be seen. It's just you. You're standing in a plains. And you kind of look around for a moment. You can see up in the sky, kind of blotting out the sun, 2 very large wings, and then a number of projectiles are just flung at you. And right as you kind of cover your eyes, bracing for the impact, you're back with your friends riding on Crash.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm gonna get off.
What is everyone's passive perception?
I'm gonna get off Crash.
16.
Okay.
Perception?
Passive perception.
Oh, 16.
Okay. So Phoebe and Bentley, you both see a very small and very strange looking creature perched in one of the nearby bushes, just barely. He's got a kind of a long snoot, reminiscent of Fanpy, but bright yellow. You can see two squinting eyes kind of leaning out of the tree, and you can see it kind of staring at in CJ's direction and just wiggling its fingers.
Hey, cut that out. What are you doing?
He kind of steps out of the bushes, and you can see...
Do I see it at this point?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's a very, very bizarre-looking creature. It looks like an aardvark that's been dipped in chocolate, but only up to its waist.
What the heck is that? Drowsy. Ah!
And it just kind of walks onto the road in front of you and goes...
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
What?
Bentley's gonna take the spell tag and untie it off of his satchel and just hold it up and wave it at the drowsy get away demon.
Oh my god.
What do you want with us?
Scary.
I hate this.
Like someone should catch it and never let it out.
Just keep it held.
An evil like this must never see daylight. Yeah, it continues to giggle, and it looks like it's conducting like a symphony. It's in constant motion. It's very rhythmic.
Are you having fun over there? What are you doing?
Bentley's gonna send out Evan Rude and just have him buzz in front of him
Okay.
and
He
is
freaks
a
out.
buffer.
He goes, he starts recoiling from Evan Reed.
Well, that was
Well,
interesting.
it's working.
What do you think this thing wants? Why is it doing those weird finger movements?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's weird, for sure.
CJ, go high five it.
I don't think that's a good idea.
That seems really creepy, but I might do it for the high five.
CJ, don't do it. It could put you to sleep. I don't want to drag you down the road.
When he watches its demeanor gets substantially darker, and it stops laughing. And this very kind of dark cloud kind of begins to pool around it, and
Alright, seems like it doesn't
in
want
an
to
array
high
of
five.
shadow.
I'm gonna Monty astonish him.
Go ahead. Roll your attack.
Holy crap.
Oh, so close. 8.
Okay. As Monty comes in for the astonish, he watches this horrifying tiny creature just spins its head around and stares into Monty's eyes. I need Monty to make a wisdom save, please.
10.
10? Oh my. Montgomery. You take that many damage. You take 6 points of psychic damage.
Ooh. Does that get halved in any way?
No,
Okay.
no, it just... Monty just kind of stares at this thing. He goes... And Monty just, recoils from the psionic attack.
Whoa.
We should either run away or get rid of it.
Evan Rude, try to bug buzz it.
He just goes...
Oh, this seems like this is...
As he sees Evan getting closer, go for it.
19 on the bug buzz check.
Yeah, kill him. Kill him, dude.
11 on the attack.
11 on the attack. Okay. Big hit from this thing. It recoils...
Wait, what? He was doing the check
It was
to
the
see
check
if he
for
does
bug
it.
buzz succeeded, and then
you killed him!
no, the 2 attack was 11.
Oh, yeah,
So-
11 still hits.
Okay.
Oh.
So now do damage.
Now do
He's a very slow pudge.
9 damage.
9, okay. Yeah, so the end result is the same. It's a very big hit to this thing. It recoils much more than you would expect. It kind of backs away, and it just begins staring at Evanrude with all of its concentration. And it just keeps going.
Alright, Monty, try again.
Alright,
No one's gonna do anything.
What are we even doing right now?
Peck him.
I was,
Peck him, buddy.
I was expecting
Crit.
the same. Oh, what?
Yo!
Crit pack.
This is your chance.
Yep.
He needs to be unconscious.
Oh wait, I did that.
Kill him.
Oh.
So 24.
24 damage?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Okay, Monty, feeling a little better.
Yeah. Monty kind of looks at you and gives you like the most stern and serious expression that he can, and then kind of winces from the pain of the initial assault. And he seems to be acting on information he supposedly shouldn't have. And as he dives in towards this drowsy, you watch as it begins to unfurl its hands, and this like pinkish energy begins to glow. And you can see a similar glow forming in like large spears of light behind Evinrude as Monty goes in for his sneak attack, hits him like right under the neck. It kind of just goes like, and he laughs himself unconscious.
Good job, buddy.
Those are my
Good job, Evinrude. Good job, Monty.
Those are my 2 favorite descriptors of a move in the Pokedex. By the way, sorry, that was just me flexing on myself.
Let's keep it moving. That thing was terrifying.
Yeah.
That was absolutely horrifying.
Every time it breathes out, you can hear.
Yikes.
I don't like the laugh at all. It's creepy.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
So creepy.
I don't want anyone to catch that. Just because I don't want to see it.
Just leave him there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Drag him into the bushes.
Is he doing death save?
Even no trace.
Yeah.
Oh.
He does not appear to be getting any worse.
Good. All right. Let's.
He's
Yeah.
just chuckling to himself unconsciously.
Alright.
Yikes.
Leave.
Laughs and sleeping.
Oh. Yeah. That's so weird.
Yeah, not a fan of that. Creep
Nope.
town.
Bye.
I forgot that's what I wrote. for this,
Peace.
I wrote so Drowsy. He started with nasty plot. This is an action Drowsy, but starts plotting the end of time, the universe, and everything in between.
Dang.
Everything
This Drowsy's got some goals.
I don't remember writing that, but that's so
Dang.
good.
All
I'm really
right.
glad Drowsy's not on our team.
Yikes.
Oh man.
Peace.
All right.
Things on
Yeah.
the fault.
It just falls unconscious. It's laying like just off the side of the path.
Wow, that's so weird.
Let's speed walk away.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
Let's put some distance between us and that.
Yeah, that's creep town. I'm gonna take a couple steps ahead of the group this time,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell Glenn, I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna throw you off my glove, flap your wings a little bit, and then I'm gonna tell Monty to try to whip up a tailwind. To
Whip up
give
that
him some
tailwind.
lift.
Whip up a tailwind.
Now watch me whip.
Whip up a tailwind. Whip
Now watch
up
me.
a tailwind.
Maybe.
17
He
to
did
make
make
the
it.
tailwind.
Okay. You succeed in making the tailwind.
Okay.
Now, for Glenn,
Uh-huh.
if you would be so kind as to roll a d20 and add 3.
9.
All right. He is able to flit
Oh.
ever so gingerly.
Good job, Glenn.
Glenn! I believe I can fly.
Get back in shape.
I believe I can
Say, good job, Glenn, and kind of look up at Monty and give him a nod. He's doing good.
Yeah.
Monty's performing right now.
Yeah. Taking that thing out was...
He doing great.
Meanwhile, I'm rolling a 0 on an intelligence check.
Yeah.
That's great.
Had a blackout.
That's awesome.
Out of body experience.
0.
Pretty nuts.
Yeah. So did anybody else glean anything from that? Like, he was still there.
That was in CJ's head.
Okay.
Or was it?
Okay. Double okay.
We won't know because he didn't tell us about it.
Super weird.
Also might have been the drowsy.
Super weird.
I know, but he didn't tell us about it.
weird.
So, I'll just keep moving.
I like to move it.
And yeah, keep on the path. It's still pretty. Are there like swampy areas like with water and whatnot?
Oh yeah. If you veer too far off the path, you'll just get like stuck.
It's just like really muddy, but not like a lake or anything.
Let's
No.
not get stuck.
There are a few pools of like standing water, but they look very reminiscent of the like toxic sludge water that you don't want to be in.
Gotcha.
Are Pendleton and Ona still hanging out?
Yeah, they're chilling with you as long as you don't send them away. They're there. There are resources.
Pendleton, have you ever been on this route before? Do you know how much longer we're going to be in mud? No? All right.
And then he kind of goes,
Yeah, right? He is
That was weird.
not a fan.
Didn't
and he
like
pulls
that.
out he pulls out his jar of pickles, and he just goes,
All right. Nope. I'm good.
Speaking of weird,
Yeah. Do you and Ona, do you have anywhere that you guys are wanting to go or do?
Ona just looks at you and is like,
No? Okay. I'm just curious.
I'm gonna walk slower with Crash at the back
okay.
and turn to him and be like, "Did you see that?"
He goes,
You get? Oh no, you weren't there. What happened?
he was like,
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. Never mind. Sorry.
slaps you on the back of the head. What are you doing? Get your head in the game, kid.
We'll keep walking. I'm gonna have to see if Monty can go find a snack in the trees for maybe him and Glenn to split. Maybe he can show Glenn self-sustenance.
Oh, you're looking like a snake. Get over here. Go for it.
Oh no.
Investigation check for Monty. So
The last time this happened, we found a frenemy.
Yep. Super luck.
Oh no.
22.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah.
Do you send him out of sight?
Yes.
I would
do.
say out of my
Okay. He is.
Just check some nearby trees, find a snack for you and Glenn.
So you and me. Keep it rhyming.
Yeah. So he will disappear for a couple minutes.
Okay.
He'll be gone for a little while. He flies away, and Glenn's like, my friend.
So I'm telling you. So Monty's looking, Glenn. He's looking for food. There's a lot of food you can find in the trees. Kind of feed yourself for the long journey. If you have to fly anywhere perilous, or you gotta wait for a storm or something, a lot of stuff you can do to keep yourself going. So he's gonna go find a snack and kind of show you.
Okay. Yeah, he'll kind of remain on your shoulder, and he just leans on one leg, kind of tilts at an angle.
Oh, scratch his tummy.
He's like, oh.
His pudge.
Yeah.
Kind of cranes his neck. He's like, ooh. He's loving it.
Okay.
He's having a good time.
Can I see whether the muck and the swamp is starting to alleviate, or any signs that it maybe will change in foliage?
Make a nature check.
A 6.
Okay. You don't really see a change in foliage that is dramatic, but there is a very clear end to the bayou that you are in. You can see it does start to thin out, but you guys are probably maybe a half mile away from really noticing much of a difference up close.
Okay. I'll look back at CJ. Are you all right? What were you telling Crash about?
Really, I'm really confused right now.
Why? What? The drowsy?
No, I don't know. I have no idea. You saw me surf on Crash. That was cool, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when I did that, you guys disappeared.
No.
Everybody was gone.
No, we didn't. We were right next to you.
No, everybody was gone.
I was watching you surf on Crash the whole time. You were right there.
I'm telling you, everybody was gone. I was by myself, and then there was a bird that tried to kill me.
You probably ate too many of those Krabby Cakes.
I don't know, man. It was really, really weird. I thought surfing was gonna be fun, and then that happened.
Wait, so it was like a vision?
I guess if you weren't there, I was saying that.
I told you that I'm here.
Oh my god! I don't know what's going on.
Phoebe,
Yeah,
can you make an intelligence check for me?
I can.
Thank you.
Brain power! 16.
Okay. As you were kind of walking with your friends and your crew, all of a sudden you're face down, and you kind of look up, and your head's ringing. You're just your vision's blurry. Everything's really hard to come into focus, and you can see your glasses are just a little bit away.
And the little Pichu is dragging them over to you. And she's filthy. She's covered in like mud, ash, something. It's hard to tell. She kind of like brings the glasses over to you and she kind of like lifts your hair out of your eyes. And is like trying to nudge you awake. And you kind of like force yourself to your feet. You put your glasses on. You can see in front of you a massive expanse of burning forest. There are signs of where buildings used to be that are no longer standing. They're all, it looks bombed out. It looks like a post-war city. Something's been hit real hard. And as you turn around, you see something very reminiscent of Kaz, but much larger. And it kind of, as your head's still just ringing, in an instant you blink and it's right in front of you, and it puts a hand on your forehead and just throws you back. And as you land on the ground, you're kind of like startled awake and you're back with your friends. And from a little ways behind you, once again you hear.
What the hell is going on?
So, did the rest of the group see any physical change?
Oh, Phoebe goes from walking, and then she gets very like introspective for a moment, and then all of a sudden she's like trying not to fall.
Phoebe, are you all right?
No?
And Pichu kind of like rubs the side of your head, like,
What's going on? Do you need?
Yeah,
like,
what is going on?
I don't know. You tell me. Do you need like water? Are you all right?
Do you guys see that?
Did it happen to you too?
Can we
Do you
hear
guys-
that?
oh yeah. It seems to be coming from like all around you.
I'm gonna do a.
I'm gonna
perception
send
check.
out Mortar and Rose.
Okay.
8.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see him. You hear him, but he seems like he's everywhere.
Guys,
I'm gonna Monty. Monty, come back.
He goes. And he's like very nearby. He's like up on one of the
Good.
branches.
Yeah, come back,
He
please.
flies down to your glove.
So
You got snacks?
I think one of us might be next. So I don't know what to do. What's happening with these two?
I don't know. You guys hear that though, right? I thought the drowsy, we knocked it out. And I
Hopefully
keep
there's
hearing.
not like 40 of them.
Maybe there's another one.
There it is again. I don't like that noise. What is that?
Maybe it's a giant one.
I just saw.
Evanru, do you see anything? Oh,
Does everyone see anything? Perceive. Okay.
What do your bug eyes see?
is it just a straight roll or do I add something?
It is wisdom.
Okay. A dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Filthy 20. Raunchy 20. Evanrude will flit into a nearby bush. He won't go inside it, but he'll like flit right up to it. And the giggling stops.
Mortar, Rose, can you back up Evanrude? I just
Yeah.
want to have them like walk up or flop up behind
Rose is looking-
Evanrude.
Oh god, she's really struggling. She's in mud. It's not a good way to be.
Better than
But she's trying.
better than
She does her best.
sand, I guess.
Yeah,
She's-
and
mud is part water.
Mortar will fire up his arm and head over to the bush.
Guys, I think Evanrude sees something in the bush.
Okay. If it's another one, I think we should make a break for it.
Hang it from a nearby tree and run.
Do you think that we should just cut its neck? Are you okay to get out of your feet? Are you feeling all right?
I think so.
What the heck is going on?
You guys hear that though, right?
I hear they laughing.
Cackling? Yeah.
Yeah.
From over by Evanrude, you hear like
Guys,
it's like a quiet clicking of small mandibles.
I don't have Nipsey with me. That's not going to be Nipsey. We do.
Is that Evanrude? Does Evanrude make those noises?
Is it Evanrude?
Oh god.
No, it's coming from just past your partners inside a bush. Seems to be at the base of one of the trees.
Let's run?
What's in that bush?
Nope.
No? Is it bad?
Let's run.
There's like a light rustling in the bush. Your team looks back to you like,
Rose, Aurora being the bush.
Oh god, here we go. It's been initiated.
12.
Okay.
Try.
Yes, as a rainbow beam of ice shoots into this bush, you hear the clicking stops and you hear a very soft thud. And then out onto the swamp in front of you, you see a very perturbed and angry looking small, well, not small, it's relatively large for what it is, but it's like it almost looks like a deep sea creature. It looks very out of place. It's got like 6 small little like clacking mandibles / little foots, and it looks like it's made of rocks. And it kind of clicks out towards you, goes.
You're not the one making that sinister laugh. Do you know what that is? Sorry to bother you.
He just goes, and you hear from behind him.
Oh god.
What the heck is this?
Do you know what that is? Did you see anything in the forest?
He just goes.
What the heck?
Guys, I don't. Do we want to just make a break for it? I feel like it's just gonna keep following us.
If it's the same one, there might be multiples.
Yeah.
I don't like the laugh.
No.
It's Hypno Swamp.
Do you guys want to make a break for it?
Yeah, I say we try to
I'm
run.
like,
and if we can't
Bentley's
run,
just like
we
holding his Pokeballs out in front of him, like ready to call people back in case we make a call here.
Is it a Kabuto?
That was
Is it
my
a Kabuto?
synopsis.
Yeah, it's a kabuto.
Just throwing that out there for
fight.
you.
I said Kabutops, but
It's a kabuto. Little one. Itty BB.
Nice. That's like the horseshoe crab thing, right?
Yes.
The eyes.
Yep. Evolves into Kabutops.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I thought it was a Kabutops.
It has.
All right, let's try to run. If
You guys
we
wanna
can't
make a
run,
break for it?
yeah, if we can't run,
All
we
right.
fight it.
So I have a plan.
That's a pretty
You guys call back a Pokemon, get ready
Okay.
to run.
All
All
right.
right, I call back Mortar and Rose. I'll leave Evinrude out, and
I'm just clinging to Pichu.
I'm going to send out Derby and ask Derby to whip up a sandstorm.
Nice.
And tell Monty and Glenn to like wing it in directions, and then we'll run.
Perfect.
Okay.
I can also have Evinrude do that.
Okay. Yeah. The squad awaits. I believe the only one that needs to roll is Monty for Whirlwind. Or Tail. Whatever you want to call
Count
it.
it.
15. Cool.
Yeah. A whole bunch of like debris and detritus is whipped up from here. The Kabuto looks at you very upset. He's like, "You're ruining my home."
Sorry, Kabuto.
He starts kind of like clicking away slowly, and then he kind of stops for a second, and then just keeps clicking away.
Oh God.
And you just hear,
Should we save him?
He's fine.
He's fine. Save ourselves.
He's fine.
He's a Pokemon.
Yeah, he's totally fine. Let's run.
All right.
If that Hypno wants to eat him, he'll eat him.
He's not gonna eat him.
You don't know.
He's got a hard shell.
he's a hard shell cream.
Ride or die. Let's run.
All right.
Unless
Right.
someone wants to save him.
You want to try to save him?
Does Milo want to save
Do you want to try to save him?
I just feel bad for him.
We're gonna back you up if you're gonna try to save him.
Sand, wind, and branches are all whipping around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I'm the only one, then let's run.
The trees are
All right, Evinrude, pick up Kabuto. Let's go.
Oh.
No more
Oh.
worrying about it.
Rude,
Grab it. Let's go.
make a grapple check.
Here we go.
What is a grapple check?
Oh,
He
my
wiggles free, then
This is very
it's his
cool.
decision.
Oh!
18.
You beat him by 1. He is against his will, currently being held.
He's like, leave me alone. No.
Milo says save you.
He's like, I didn't want to save you.
Are we running currently?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. As you run away,
I'll make it up to him.
the laughter behind you remains. It's just. It seems to be just coming out of the woods at this point. As you guys make a break for the plains, the sand and wind and everything, everyone seems to be getting separated. And the two of you make your way out outside with Evinrude holding a Kabuto. Bentley, you make your way outside with Crash. And CJ, you're all by yourself, buddy.
Bruh. No.
As you make your way into the plains, something seems very familiar about this place.
It's happening. It's happening. I'm gonna like look around and see if there's anything near me.
Okay.
8.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, as you look around, you have broken the tree line, and you're like, okay, this is good. All the grass around you is very dry. It almost looks like it's been kind of like frosted over, and the temperature is noticeably cooler out here.
Oh shit.
Now that you've broken out of the very humid swamp. But there's like nothing. It's plains. Like the path is nowhere to be seen around you, and you're kind of like, where do I go?
Crash! Where's Crash?
Okay. As you start screaming out, you hear a rustling in the bushes above and behind you.
Oh my god.
So,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. I don't know what to do. What's happening? I'm gonna try to go back to where I
Is there a back? Can you even see?
yeah, right behind him is the forest. He broke the tree line.
Wherever that noise was coming from, the rustling, I'm gonna go the other way.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like above and behind you to the right.
Okay.
So you just
Forward to the left.
okay. Yeah, as you run forward to the left, you can hear like the cawing and screeching of some form of creature
Shit.
above and behind you. Seems to be going from like tree branch to tree branch.
Oh, fantastic. I'm gonna call out Bang.
Okay. Yeah. Bang hits the floor in like full speed trot with you. He's like,
Emergency situation, bro. I don't know what's going on. I think we're under attack.
just run with you.
It's a lot of information.
I'm just gonna keep screaming for Crash the entire time.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, so we'll jump to Bentley. You and Crash have broken the tree line.
Can I ask real quick? Because it seemed like the out Pokemon are my birds with me too.
Monty is with you,
But not Glenn.
not Glenn.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Where'd Glenn go?
We'll find out in a minute. It's Ben's turn.
Crash, where did CJ? Milo?
Crash just
Phoebe?
picks you up and like spins you around.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. Evanrude, where'd you go? Can I see anything around me? It's just plains, and then looking back, it's the forest.
Plains and looking back is the forest.
Crash, do you know where CJ went?
He just starts sniffing. He's like,
Uh-oh.
and he just kind of keeps spinning you around. He's like trying to give you a better view.
Should we go back, do you think? Should turn around? Evanrude, where are you?
He kind of just hoists you up onto his shoulder and just like holds you up there with a claw and just keeps like trying to turn your heads and be like, what? Like where are they?
I don't see them, Crash. I don't know where they are.
Did you call your team back to run?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Then your team is with you.
Well,
If you put them in the ball, they are with you.
what happened to Manny then? Because he was in the satchel.
Oh, your stuff is with you.
Okay.
Yeah, like the egg, all your gubbins, everything is there. You
All right.
are hale and hearty and untouched, but you are with her.
I don't know what to do. Do I hear anything? Can I see anything? It's just plains and I
Yeah.
just can't see anybody? Or is there any like noise where I can like get my bearings?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Perceive.
11.
11.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Perceive 11 drowsies.
Oh no.
That would be not great.
Thankfully, the laughter has ceased, but it is like eerily quiet around you. The only sound is like your and Crash's breathing.
Alright, I'm gonna send out Mortar and Rose.
Okay.
Mortar, Rose, I don't know what happened, but we got separated from the team. We tried to run away, and I came out the other side of the sandstorm, and it was just me and Crash. I don't know where Evanrude is. I don't know what's going on.
They both just look at you and they're like,
I don't know, but I'm gonna need your help finding them. Can either of you?
Rose just goes, sleep.
Alright, appreciate it.
and begins hopping ahead of you.
All right, I'm gonna lean over and just tie the spell tag around Manny like a little karate belt.
Okay. He looks at you and just goes,
All right, don't chew on that, bud. Gotta figure stuff out. We don't know whether he just like spit it out. Okay, I'll take it and I'll just tie it to the satchel. All right, don't block that. Fair enough. I don't know where the rest of the team went. Did you see anything? Do you... All right, thanks, bud.
he tries to undo the latch on the satchel. He starts fiddling around with it with his tiny hand.
I'll just clip it back.
Yeah, you finally hear like a, and you're like, no, stay in there. After a few moments of confusion, you do hear very, very faintly off in the distance.
CJ? Is that Crash? Did you hear that?
He's like, and he drops down on all fours and gets like really low in the grass and just kind of like starts barreling his way.
Follow Crash, everybody, go!
And Rose is like,
I'll call Rose back. And just make a break for it after Crash.
perfect. Jumping to the two of you. You have made your way out of the forest. You two got battered around the least as you were kind of helming the windstorm. Derby kind of pops up out of the plains, probably like 100 yards from you. She goes, you can see like the little dig trail. There's like a little Bugs Bunny all the way over to you. She goes,
Good job, Derby. Where's everybody else? Are we in a similar plains scenario? Okay, there's no towns nearby. They're about to explode.
You may make a perception check if you'd like.
I could send Willie Mount to sit on his tail. Or you can have Monty.
11.
11? You see very, very far off in the distance. It looks to be the outline of like maybe a barn style structure.
Oh.
But it's like a couple miles away. But it's that flat that you can just...
Gotcha. See that barn out there?
Yeah, I say we go to it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, between you and that is a very large and very expansive field of crops.
Like corn junk? We'd have to...
Corn junk.
Yeah, corn junk.
The old corn junk
My favorite
farmer.
kind of crop.
Corn junk.
Corn junk.
That's the one.
I'm gonna... Monty, can you fly up high and see if you see Bentley or CJ?
Yeah, Monty will way up high in the sky.
He rolled a 3.
Okay. As he's kind of flying around and you're keeping an eye on him, you can see like a small like reflective glint kind of like occasionally catching his wing from down below. And it seems to be like struggling to hold steady. But it's like a little like square of light. And every once in a while he's circling, it'll just like flash under his wings.
What the heck? Hey, come back down, bud.
Yeah. As he's flying down, the glint kind of crosses over his eyes and he's like,
You know what you got on you there?
Kinda
Investigate him.
nothing. He is nothing. He's perfectly clear.
Why was he reflecting so much light? What was reflecting that because it hit your eyes too, Monty?
Yeah.
What was that?
He's kind of like brushing at his eyes, and you hear like a little bit of rustling behind you. And out of the tree line steps Pendleton, and he's holding a small piece of glass. He just goes,
Hey, Pendleton. Get over here.
and he kind of holds it in the light and shines the reflector.
I see. Okay. Get over here, you goof. Scared me.
Yeah, he's kind of he comes walking out and he just goes,
Yeah, we don't know where the other two are. We're looking for them. You smell them?
he just starts walking.
For real? You smell them?
He's like,
Okay.
Alright.
Hey, Evanard, you
Here
can
we
put
go.
down that kabuto.
yeah. Evanard just goes, just into the plains.
cow.
Little things just shivering. He's like,
Are you okay, man?
No.
All right, Derby, can you do me a favor and kind of by the trees over there, just dig him a sweet house?
Derby just goes, whack, whack. And you just hear the sound of like underground movement.
Nice. And he just goes,
Whack, whack. And he kind of just lifts the ground and kind of moves the guitar. Just goes,
that's what we're gonna have him do.
just pushes him in there. The guitar comes out and just goes, just backs into the hole.
Nice. Sorry, man.
Just goes, that happens. But I got a sweet house out of the deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And start following Pendleton.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, as you guys follow Pendleton, CJ, you're at full sprint. You and Bang, you're running. The crashing through the branches above you is getting louder and louder.
Holy shit.
Like if you look back, you just see like a very large shape just like cutting swaths of like tree branches down
Alright.
as it's chasing you.
I'm just gonna like dive at Bang and try to like tackle him and just lay on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, as you do, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. With the dive.
14.
14. Okay. So adding to the myriad cuts and scrapes on the back of your hoodie, you feel 3 very large claws kind of dig into your back, and then as you dive, they kind of just leave some tear marks, and it flies off with your hoodie. And Bang is sitting there just like,
With the whole hoodie?
no, just swaths of it.
Oh.
It left 2 very large gashes in the hoodie, but not in you.
Holy crap! Bang, did you see that?
And he's like, and he just like throws you to your feet, and he's like, just run.
Alright, I'll follow.
What direction does he run?
He's running just the opposite of the bird.
Yeah. That's...
He's like, the bird's going this way, we're going that way. He circles back.
So did they also see the plains with the crops?
No,
Okay.
no crops. No crops over there.
Holy crap.
But Bentley, you will, at around that time, hear just an incredible ruckus coming from the tree line a few, maybe like a mile or so ahead of you. But you can see like branches and things flying every which way. And then you can hear the very shrill sound of a monkey screaming.
I mean, Bentley's just going to be dragging behind Crash because he's got egg and backpack and Manny satchel.
You're like, okay, come on, children, come on.
Seriously, though.
He's Team Dad. He's got all the things.
Morta, if you can go ahead, I want you to back up Crash. If you can go in front of me, I'm going to be a lot slower because I've got Manny and this egg. But if you want to back him up and try and help CJ, do that.
Yeah, he does his very silly mortar waddle with his heavier arms, so he's kind of off balance as he's running. But he does his best impression of a Naruto run as he goes.
Jesus.
He just lets his arms flail behind him
Dragging
as
the
he
one
runs.
like a club.
Yeah. Back to CJ. As you and Bang make your way, kind of like just skirting the tree line, headed at this point back the direction that you came in.
Holy crap.
As you kind of look over your shoulder, you get a very familiar image of a large bird-like creature passing just in front of the sun as you look up.
I'm gonna die.
He just accepts it. Just
No! I'm gonna look around for any sort of cover at all.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
The grass.
That's a 19.
19. Yeah, you find similar to your first experiences in the bayou. You see one of the like large mangrove-style trees where you could like dive into the branches underneath there, and you're like, "That'll do."
Yep.
And as you dive in there and just like pull Bang in, you just see 2 very large sets of talons once more just land right in front of you, and they're like each set of claws is like the size of Bang. As it just lands, and you see this enormous like avian eye just kind of lean down and look into the tree at you.
What the hell? I wish I was there. I'm gonna do my best not to move.
Okay. Yeah, as you're holding still.
Can't say if you don't move.
Yeah, and it kind of like keeps looking at stranger and stranger angles. What does it look like? There you go.
you hear a very shrill sound from above and behind this thing. Just as you see Ona diving out of a nearby tree.
Oh, snap.
Large fist clenched, and she just punches this thing in the back of the head.
Oh, snap.
As it kind of reels up, and she throws some sand towards it. And just goes, and like pulls you out of the tree.
I'm gonna follow Ona.
Yeah.
On my way out, can I see what this thing looks like?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check at disadvantage because you're running. This is your chance to run.
Love it. Come on.
Oh. So
The
all
dice
you're able
giveth
to,
and the dice taketh away.
all you're really
18 and a
able to
1.
gather from that is that it's a very, very large red-tinged bird. It does not look like anything you've ever seen or heard of, and it's huge. And Ona just leads you and Bang out as this thing's kind of shrieking and trying to right itself as it kind of slams one of its wings into the tree that you were in, and the tree just cracks and splinters and falls over.
Good to know.
Yeah, as Ona is kind of dragging you along, you can see off in the distance, Crash is just barreling towards you.
Good. Crash!
Yeah.
Now I can fight it.
Yeah, he breaks into a full-on sprint, and he watches. Even though the grass is very dry around you, what little bits of dew are there are just being ripped off in his wake, and he's leaving just dead grass behind him as he runs.
Let's go, bro.
And water is just kind of propelling him forwards.
Sick.
He's getting closer to you.
Sick. Oh my god. Alright, well, I mean, I'm just... Yeah, gonna keep doing that.
Okay.
Until we meet each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll kind of see you and start to slow down into a skid right in front of you and kind of leans down, allowing you to hop on his back if you so choose.
Yep, gonna do that.
Okay, yeah. Ona will join you and hoist Bang onto his back as Crash just looks back and sees the big old bird kind of flailing all around. He's like,
We gotta go, bro.
all right. He just turns and runs back the other way. Bentley, you can now see Crash with CJ on his back, just barreling back towards you. As Mortar's it just starts running back.
Poor Mortar.
He's like, yeah, they'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
CJ, where'd you go?
There's a bird, we gotta go!
A what?
There's a bird, we gotta go!
Alright, well, fine. Where are we going?
I don't know!
Okay, that doesn't help.
We gotta go!
Where?
You guys hear the deafening sound of an eagle screech, super high pitched wailing, and then you hear the crack and splinter of another large tree as it just falls into the plains.
Alright, Bentley's just gonna position himself to sit on Crash as he's swimming by, and I'll call back Mortar.
Okay.
I'll call back Bang at this point.
Okay. Yeah. So the two of you are now on the back of Crash. The two of you, however, following Pendleton, he's taking you further away from the tree line and closer to the crop field. As he's walking along with you, Evinrude just kind of flits around nervously, just
It's fair.
where are we going, guys?
Looking for your friend.
What's going on? As Monty kind of looks to the side and sees Glenn is kind of just sat near the cornfield, just pecking at one of the stalks.
Glenn.
Glenn, get over here.
Yeah.
Glenn, get over here.
Glenn.
Come here, Glenn.
He goes, and he gets a couple little kernels, and he's just
Glenn.
Get over here now.
Serious.
he comes hopping over. He's like,
Get on my shoulder, Glenn.
get on the glove. Do you want to go super cracker or not?
By the seeds, the sweet, sweet seeds.
He'll
Such a
jump
pudgy
on your
fishy.
shoulder while you're walking by. He's craning his neck to try to get some more cornstalk.
I'll grab a corn
Unbelievable.
husk
Okay.
just to keep him occupied.
Just a husk, not
Yeah.
corn.
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah, he'll hold it in one of his talons and try to lean down, but he can't quite get around his girth.
Well, let's keep him occupied. We'll cook it later. I don't care.
Glenn.
He's trying to reach it real hard.
We'll
We're
just
going
keep
towards that
following.
farmhouse, right?
We're following Pendleton. I don't know where Pendleton's going.
Pendleton stops at Glenn.
Oh. So he's bringing us to Glenn.
Do we hear anything else?
You hear the very distant sound of an eagle screech.
That
Or,
doesn't sound good.
or the Pokemon world equivalent of an eagle screech.
So,
That does not sound bueno.
Milo having the experience that he has, is it a Pidgey derivative? Like a Pidgeot or a Pidgeotto or a Pidgey?
No, so the Pidgeys tend to
coo more than screech.
Okay.
Even like the Pidgeotos and Pidgeots that you've encountered in your days have never made a sound quite like
I don't know what that is.
That's not good.
Yeah, this is like very high pitched and shrieking. The closest analog you would have would be Carlia's Skarmory, but this isn't metallic.
That's not.
Okay.
Is there anywhere? I'm gonna look for some place to go to like cover.
I mean, there's a cornfield and there's a barn.
Let's go to the barn.
Okay.
I don't want to be near that screeching thing.
Okay. All right.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's make our way through the cornfield.
To the barn.
Okay.
But
Run!
I think
No thinking. Run to the barn.
given what just happened.
No.
Who's with us? Me, Evinrude.
No.
Birds, and
The two birds, Pendleton, and Phoebe.
All right, so I'm gonna just have them fly over and keep an eye on us, and I'm gonna hold her hand so we don't get separated in the cornfield.
Run!
Okay, let's go. And I'll grab her hand and we'll go.
Could there be budding romance?
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
It only took 32 sessions.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Oh my
I
god.
just don't want to get separated again.
Yeah.
Run!
Yeah, that's good call.
I
with
mean,
the flyers.
circumstance.
Oh, yeah.
This is a good
call
move.
with the flyers.
Shoot your shot, bro. Shoot your shot.
Nice cover.
All right. Yeah.
So we don't get lost. Not for any other reason.
Yeah, we're not intertwining fingers. Wait, we are.
No, it's like this. They're like, never let go. Okay. Yeah. As you guys start running your way towards the cornfield, the two of you are mounted on the back of Crash, who's making just great time.
Yeah.
But he is leaving a very destructive path in his wake, but he doesn't seem to care. As he's just carving through this field, leaving a very wide trail of dead grass behind you.
That's weird. I thought Crash was more like docile and cared about nature.
Yeah, no.
This is off character.
Definitely not thrashing around at all.
Totally.
Not really his style.
Yeah, no. He's with very little care for anything. You know, he's usually like, take only pictures, leave only footprints.
Yeah,
but
not today.
Not today. Today he's like, take no prisoners, leave only destruction. But
So
yeah, it's
can Bentley see that he's like leaving a destructive, very obvious to follow trail?
Oh, it's quite obvious.
CJ, you might need to tell Crash to slow down and find a hiding place. I feel like this is very obvious that he's...
You didn't see the bird!
I know I didn't see. That's why I'm saying we need to get away from it.
Yeah! That's what we're doing!
Yeah, but he's making it real easy for the bird to follow us if he's got this whole trail in the muck. We gotta find someplace to hide.
What are you saying? Slow down and stop?
I'm saying we gotta hide. We gotta hide.
Oh my god. I don't know if that's a good idea.
All right, well, fine, but I've got this egg and I've got Manny. I'm worried. We gotta figure out what's going. We still have to find Milo and Phoebe. What are we gonna do?
Alright, Team Dad, crash stealth mode!
Okay. Crash just looks back at you as like, he's like, when water's just flailing off his jaws, and he's like,
I know, just do it!
and he just starts like sliding and skidding, and the two of you are thankfully not thrown too far, but he does like stop, and it's a very rough landing. As you're kind of just clutching Manny in the egg, you're like, please be okay. You kind of just slide on your buns, but you do manage to stop. As Ona just looks at the two of you and just goes, and just points towards the nearby cornfield. To you, just goes with two of her fingers, and the two of you hear a very, very high-pitched whistle. And Pendleton just goes and kind of perks his ear up and turns around and stops.
Can you whistle back, Pendleton?
He goes,
Oh, sweet. We've done it.
and the two of you hear a very high-pitched whistle.
Oh no, what was that? Why'd you do that?
She just goes and points towards the sound of the whistle, and then she goes,
Alright, let's go.
I know what that. I got that one. All right, let's go.
Alright, we gotta be quiet though.
yeah, as you guys make your way to the cornfield, you're like, we gotta be quiet, and Crash is like, as he's just like burying just stalks and stalks of corn with every step. And as he walks by, he like tries to lift them back up. His tail will knock over more, and he's like,
Just single path. Just go. Just go.
okay. Yeah, you guys start to hear the very loud crunching of corn in just vast quantities. You're like,
Let's keep moving. I don't know what that is. Keep moving.
Okay.
You guys keep moving.
Yeah.
All right.
We get out on the other side of the cornfield.
Yeah, you're getting
barn.
closer and closer to the barn structure.
Yeah. Keep going.
Let's go. You guys just break into like a full run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has Pendleton stopped in place, or is he still running with them?
Oh, if they start running again, he'll join up.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys, after a few harrowing minutes of running, you make your way to the barn-like structure.
Sweet. Can we see what was coming behind us?
Yeah.
Like, can we see rustling in the cornfield approaching?
Like very far behind you. Yeah. You seem to have made a clean break.
Should we go in here or like square up, like send out our team and get ready for what's coming?
Yeah, just in case.
Okay. So I'll send out. I already had Monty and Glenn, but I'll send out the rest of my team. And just like get ready for whatever's coming.
Are you going in the barn or are you staying outside?
Staying right outside right now.
Right outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sending out everybody to BB, William, and Shirley.
Alright. Yeah, as you guys are kind of just perched and waiting to see what's coming, you guys continue your loud and destructive path through the cornfield, and eventually Ona just kind of hops down for a second and just notices like two very small footprints. And she goes,
Alright, lead the way, Ona. We gotta find our friends.
She just looks back at the like destroyed cornfield, just goes, and just starts running.
Okay.
She's like, whatever, it's lost cause.
Alrighty.
Very much as a lost cause. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Follow the tracks.
Just running after Ona
boy.
as quickly as...
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, if she starts running, we're running.
Yeah. So the two of you, as you're kind of squared up, bracing yourselves, Pendleton is even ready. He's like holding the stick in a very defensive way. You hear some very loud crashing and barreling through the cornfield heading at you.
Oh, is there?
That's super loud.
Yeah, it's just like
Big thing. That's a lot of stuff. Are you ready
At
for
least
this?
it's not screeching.
Should we go inside? No, we're ready.
Yeah.
You ready? Okay. Yeah, as you guys are kind of like,
I'm gonna Shirley pick up some corn.
she's like,
Get ready to throw it.
yeah. As you guys are squared up and ready to go, you see Ona break the line of corn. She kind of like leaps out and kind of slides, like fist ready, and just goes,
Oh, no, is something chasing you?
no. And then Crash just
Oh, okay.
comes barreling out. It's like,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Where have you guys been?
Where have you guys been?
There's a bird.
What?
There's a
Big,
bird.
big bird.
A big?
Real big bird.
A real big bird.
Yep.
Can I turn around and see if I
Oh.
can spot it?
yeah, make a perception check.
Yeah, I definitely want to look for the bird.
That's
You can make one as well.
15.
15.
It's not a friendly bird.
That would be a 13.
Okay. Yeah, so way back around where you guys started your sprint from the tree line, you can just see circling overhead. Even at this distance, in your view, it's like probably this big.
Dang, that's
Sliding
a
around.
big bird.
Bro, you don't even know.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's a BB.
It's not so cool.
A big
Almost
bird,
killed me.
BB.
Oh,
All right.
I get it now.
It's
We're making jokes. We need to get out of here.
All right.
I thought
Where we let's go in the barn.
I
Yeah.
thought BB was boysenberry, so I got
Right.
confused.
All right. Let's go in the barn.
Yeah, as you guys are watching the bird, it kind of dives down away from the tree line towards the plains. And it comes up with a very large bowl-shaped creature in one
What?
talon. And
What
as
is it?
As it kind of gets back up to altitude, it just lets go.
I told you this thing's not a joke. It almost killed me twice.
That's the biggest bird
Did you see
I've
what
ever
it is?
seen.
No, it's
I
just
can't
a giant
I
bird.
can't see any other details.
It's red and black and full of murder.
Picked
That's
up
about what
a
you-
giant what and dropped it?
Toros.
Yeah.
Yeah, it flew at Toros in one talon up to altitude and just let go. And you hear the very distant just...
Enough talking. Go inside.
Oh my
CJ,
god.
I have an idea real quick. So the Crash, he's pretty destructive, and he left a very clear path through that corn maze right to the barn. Could he maybe like crash around some more and make it less obvious? I don't know.
You want me to just run around out here?
Well, Crash could. He could break down more.
Did you not see it?
All
Just
right,
pick up
let's
that
go in the-
bowl.
Let's go in the barn.
God.
Okay. I'm so intrigued.
Milo, the barn.
Alright,
Get in
so
the barn.
I'm going in the barn and immediately I'm looking for like an upstairs or a window or
Yeah,
something.
there's like a loft ladder.
Yeah,
but
100%.
as you enter in, go ahead and make a perception check because you were the first one to enter in.
6, 7.
Okay.
6, 7.
Yeah, there's very not recent signs of this building being in use. It looks like it's been long abandoned. There's a lot of kind of like dust and clouds of whatever's floating around in here. Corn dust, however that works. There's a couple hay bales nearby, and you can just hear the very soft and muffled breathing of something. It seems pretty small.
Uh-oh.
You guys,
What is that?
You guys hear that?
Hello?
And you just hear, and it's like a very small dog-like face kind of pops out, and then two enormous ears kind of flip out.
Whoa. Hi, friend.
And it kind of jumps on top of the little hay bales and kind of perches.
Hello. Are you alone in here?
I'm gonna try to scratch its head.
Make a Pokemon handling check.
Yeah.
This could go sour.
Yep.
Oh, it's a 4.
Four?
Is that
Yeah,
the
it kind
actual
of it recoils a little bit and it jumps onto another hay bale nearby.
one? Do you know of that big giant bird outside? Is it scary? Just maybe it was friendly at some point.
Why would it ever be friendly?
I don't know, man. Are you in here hiding from it? Is this your house too?
God.
Pretty much. You came in hidden here and you're like, might as well
Yeah.
stay here forever?
He's just taking cover.
Gotcha. How long have you been in here? Okay.
Oh God, it's been stuck.
I feel so bad.
Bentley's gonna look around to see if he can find like any like trap doors on the floor that would lead to like a cellar or a basement.
Yeah, go ahead and investigate it up, dude.
That's not good. 6.
6. Yeah, you kind of search around on the floor for a little while. You don't really see anything too interesting. The floor is just kind of like a layer of straw. So you're kind of like just tossing the straw around, and then underneath all the spots that you've checked so far, it's just dirt. Doesn't seem to be like a proper floor in here.
I'm gonna take the corn that I was using to whatever you want to call it with Glenn, and cut some of it off, and with little buddy like season it a little bit as a mini trail mix. I'm gonna let
Here we go.
Glenn poke
Let's
some
start.
feet out,
Okay.
and then I'll offer it a little bit to the Pokemon.
Make a Pokemon handling check.
Salt a little bit.
Yep.
That's a 10.
Did you season it correctly? Let's see.
9.
Oh no, you didn't.
9.
Get all over all 10,000 spots. That's a 10.
That's a 9.
The tiny creature is dubious at first. The food smells so good, so it comes up and kind of munches a little bit on the kern.
Okay. Tastes good. Good.
What is this Pokemon?
Bentley might know.
I have an idea.
Do I have to roll for it?
You do. You do.
What would that be? History?
Yes.
12.
Yeah, so these are quite popular with a lot of the sort of ritzy, nobler folks. This is an Eevee.
Oh my god.
I was right.
I had no idea. Once again,
The Woods family deals in a lot of Eevees
I would imagine.
because they're very adaptable. They're quite useful for a variety of different circumstances.
So cool.
And from your dealings with that, this Eevee appears to be of pretty substantial pedigree.
Interesting.
What does that mean? His nice eyes.
So it's basically like a totem.
It's so legit looking.
Just says, what does that mean?
It's the
Fondle its balls. It's looking good.
Yes. Oh,
Good for experience.
best in show.
Touching his butt like they do in the shows.
Yeah.
The
So-
dog shows.
so
Looking at
from
his
a-
mouth. Yeah.
His teeth.
From a Pokemon standpoint, it would be like a purebred Eevee,
Okay.
effectively.
Okay.
guys, I don't know.
Like any feature you would expect on an Eevee is like exaggerated.
Okay.
Like the ears are larger, the coat is fluffier, it's dirty.
Suit's
but it's-
cute.
Yeah, like this thing, it's very intentionally bred.
Oh.
Take from that what you will.
I'm gonna give it like the rest of the handful. Like, here, you enjoy this, and I want to go up the ladder
Okay.
and
Neil,
look
what
out
are you
the.
doing?
I want to look at the bird.
It's trying to kill us?
Well, I just want to see it. It's huge. It's the biggest bird I've ever seen in my life.
You have fun, bud.
That's
Oh
the
my
biggest bird there's
God.
ever been.
CJ, was that?
This is a bird.
That was.
I told you, it tried to kill me twice.
Do you see his...
This isn't a game.
Did you see it pick up the Tauros?
Yeah, it's like...
What?
Yeah, and it almost picked up
Yelling
CJ.
at each other. We don't want to draw more attention.
It already knows we're here.
We don't know that.
I'm climbing up the ladder.
Okay,
It
you
doesn't look
climb
like
the
a
ladder.
stupid bird.
While everybody's arguing, you climb the ladder.
Yes. And I want to look out at
Look
it.
out the little porthole.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
God. It's gonna be looking at you.
10. I can't for the life of me.
You're like, man, I don't remember the field being so brown and ocular. You are able to see this thing. It's currently just tucking into some Tauros.
Oh, God.
Still like far out
Beef
there, though.
jerky.
Dang. You guys, it's eating the Tauros.
Yeah, you watch as you're watching. You're kind of like, oh, what's he doing? Nature. As just tendons and all manner of
Wow.
organs and intestines are just like pulled out, and this thing's just munching it down.
It's like gone already.
Bro, that could have been me.
That's
It almost
insane.
was. Look at his hoodie. It's all torn up.
Not cool.
That's nuts. So don't tell you about the bird anymore? Is that what you're telling me?
I need to tell you about the bird. Okay, this is really weird. I saw this happen.
Okay.
I told him about this already.
Like it was like coming at you and you saw it.
So when I was surfing on Crash, I was gone, and then I was in this field. This field.
Hold on, what? You were
This
gone?
field?
You guys were gone. I was gone. I was in this field, and then there was a giant bird, and it was trying to kill me. This happened. I saw this happen before it happened.
Like a vision? Like
I guess. I don't know.
That's intense.
Did Crash see that?
No, I don't think so. He
Yeah,
seemed
no.
confused when I asked him about it.
Yeah, the whole time Crash is just like.
So, Phoebe, what happened when you were like having your vertigo? What did you see something like that?
No, I didn't see the bird. I saw something that looked like Kaz, and it touched me, and then I flew away.
Oh god.
Solid.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I heard that cackling that came from that drowsy we left behind.
This is bad.
And then suddenly we're attacked by a bird.
This is
And
bad.
running.
This is bad.
Bentley's gonna check to see if there's a back door to the barn.
Okay.
Back
Do I have to roll for that?
No. There's a back door out of the barn.
Maybe the Eevee knows something.
The front section is literally like big old barn doors that slide open,
Evie said
and then
we
this
weren't
one's
allowed.
just like
Can Dirk do this
human
again?
normal sized door.
Maybe.
Like out of here secretly.
Evie, who else is here? Us. Anybody else? Okay.
Does Bentley have a Pokedex? Do any of it know?
Nobody does.
Okay.
Nobody has Pokemon.
Eevee, the dog Pokemon.
No, he's trying to figure out what the bird
I
is.
know, I want to know.
He wants to. No, leave the bird
I'm
alone.
just gonna. Why not?
Leave the murderous bird alone.
I'm gonna toss a
hang out with
Pokemon
us.
in the air and ask Crash to smack it with its tail.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding.
Bad. Freaking.
Go!
I'm gonna send out Chicky Baby.
Chicken
What's up,
baby!
girl?
She's like,
I'm gonna be like,
she has no idea what's
yeah,
been
she
going
doesn't.
on.
That's
It's
all.
like,
I'm just be like, hey, I'm gonna pet her on her leaf, and then I'm gonna be like, hey, we have a new friend. Go make friends.
She just kind of wanders over. As she gets closer to the Eevee, the stone around her neck begins to glow. Ever so slightly.
What's going on here? You guys see that? What's happening here?
Yeah, what's going on? All right, hold on. Milo, you say it's eating the Tauros?
And I just peek my head back down. Yeah, it's like almost done eating it.
All right, well, maybe while it's eating, that might be our opportunity to get away. And can I do like a history check to see if I know like where we are in relation to Mayburn? Like if I have any knowledge of this route of
Make
like
a
swamp, forest, plains, barn.
make a survival check.
I think
It should be, but mine's not terrible. Dirty 20.
Nice, good job.
Okay.
Thank you.
You are somewhere south of Route 113.
okay.
You're effectively in here.
Okay.
I say
The little triangle of routes. You're in between.
Okay.
we have Derby. Go outside. He's tiny. Odds of that thing seeing him are slim to
100%.
none. There's a bunch of corn. Tell me to keep a low profile. Scope it out. See if there's somewhere we can go
And
safely.
take a picture of it. And
No. No pictures.
It's not a
Stop
digital
trying to let it work. But send Derby because he's low to the ground. He can stay under the corn. Have him see if there's-
gonna take a picture?
Have him-
I was gonna,
if we can get out of here.
where?
Just somewhere
Large
back to the
bird,
route,
eye
but
level.
circumventing this thing.
Tunnel it up.
Yeah.
So where's the bird in relation to us? Like if we're south of the route, is he north of us? Like in between us and the route?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Go
Have
under
Derby
it.
go out there.
Is there a way out of the barn that's safe? You always just say
So
that.
Yeah.
So
it's just-
using my bird knowledge,
I swear to God. I swear to God.
he's gonna eat the Tauros, or it's gonna finish eating this giant Tauros, and then probably go back to its nest and feed its children. So that's when we should leave, because it's gonna be occupied with that.
How do you know it has children?
I don't know.
When it regurgitates Tauros bits, hopefully
just-
baby birds.
These are a lot of assumptions you're making.
But when birds are done eating, it's not gonna want. It'll go either get another Tauros or it's done.
If that thing has babies, we should follow it back to its nest.
No.
Take the eggs
100%.
and use them
Take
as
the
mounts in
eggs
the future
and
when they
anchor
grow to
this
that
giant
thing size.
bird.
High five.
Bam!
What are they doing?
No.
You almost got killed by that thing. Why do you want to? You want to go to its nest now?
Hell yeah, if I can
raise it
control
right.
one of those things.
Yeah.
Control. No.
Well, obviously, like, be my friend. I don't mean, like, mind control, like, make it, like, my bitch.
We don't know if it was hunting for sport or for food. If it was for food, great, because
I'm
he ate.
gonna look at it
eating it.
as like it's eating the stuff, right?
As you look back out the window, make another perception check.
I hope it's gone.
18.
Oh, it's not gone, but it is no longer eating. You can see even from this distance,
But I like ate it. It's just
gore and
skeletons
viscera,
left.
like some guts are still kind of hanging out of its beak, and it appears just transfixed at the tree line.
Interesting. Can I get any more detail about it?
Yeah, as you kind of follow its... Oh, you want more about the bird?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
You want to know what it looks like, not like actual information that could help us. Got it.
Yeah, so even at this distance, and given the marks on the back of CJ's hoodie, you can tell this thing is enormous. This is orders of magnitude larger than any bird you've ever even heard of.
No, I'm aware.
It's
It picked up a Taurus.
I know. With 1 foot.
yeah.
No.
So it's the legs of it are just typical weird bird legs. I don't know how else to describe them, but it looks like tree trunks almost, just leaning up into this thing. The bottom kind of like undercoat of it starts out very dark black and then kind of like leads into a slightly lighter gray, and the top of the head is like an ordinary brown, and then the further down the feathers you go, the darker the red gets.
It's a murder bird.
The hell is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, what
Send Derby.
the hell?
I think we see where it goes. So why would we go out while it's still right there?
Guys,
Let's leave.
We're
I'm
definitely.
saying have Derby scope.
I'm scoping.
No, you're checking out the bird.
Milo, you hear another very loud screech, and the Eevee like dives under a nearby hay bale.
Do you see this? This thing has been hiding in this barn for who knows how long, and you want to
I look
mess
back.
around?
Do I see where the bird is?
Yeah, it's currently kind
kind of tucked into the shape of like a bullet towards the tree line. Talons first.
Nope, we're
Getting
not.
more. What's
And
it
you-
gonna be?
So you, with your prior
Milo's
perception
pivots
roll,
from terrified to like, oh yeah, this is sweet.
It's a bird.
you see a very relative to the bird, very
This
small.
thing could deliver so many packages.
It could fly cars or tanks, whatever you need. But yeah, you watch as it flies talons first, and then just strikes air, and you see a very familiar like flash of bright light, and then suddenly further behind it, the same figure that you were just witnessing is now over there. It's like far behind this thing as it slams into the tree line and kind of like barrels its way back forward, kind of marching like a raptor, like keeping its neck on a swivel. And you see two more of these figures just kind of like instant transmission into the field.
Wait,
Guys, get up here now.
what are you? What?
Guys, get up here now.
Okay.
I'm gonna set my egg
What's going on?
next to the hay bale that Evie went into, and I'll send Rose out and tell Rose to protect the egg.
Something.
And I'll climb up.
Something's fighting it. Multiple things are fighting it now. They're like moving around like the Abra did that I saw.
Let me see.
Get up here.
I'll look out the.
Okay. Yeah. As you look out the window, you can see three humanoid-ish figures. You can't get a lot of detail, but from this far away, they appear to be kind of circling this thing, and they keep like very subtly like looking at each other and just shifting directions, keeping the bird on a swivel.
Are they yellow?
From this distance, it's kind of hard to say. They're sort of just far off. They appear to be wearing something as well. So whatever their actual like shape is, it's obscured. They just look to be like just shapes.
What in the hell?
As they're kind of circling around, every once in a while you see this, like one of them will kind of like coalesce a ball of just shadows and throw it towards the bird, and it'll strike it in the back, and it lets out another loud shriek, and you can see hundreds of smaller birds further off in the forest just keep flying further and further away every time it shrieks. And as these three figures kind of circle around it, large bird absolutely just eviscerates one. It just flings its beak over and just chomps in half whatever this thing was, just crumples. And the other two kind of teleport to be now equally spaced around this bird.
Phoebe, get up here.
Phoebe, I don't think you want to see this. This is a lot bigger than us, I think. It's fighting other things and winning.
All right, I'll take the bait. I'm coming up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up there.
Yeah. As the two of you, now you're all kind of crowded in the window looking out.
Move over.
Good Lord. Yet another one of the creatures is just torn in half. As it's kind of watching one of its talons just reaches out and grabs one, and you hear like the muffled shriek, and then just slams them into the ground.
Psychotic.
I mean, if those are the Abras or whatever.
We don't know what it is. It's a blob.
I don't know.
You guys see one more bright flash of light, and as it's occurring, the talons once again kind of break across the back of this thing, and it looks like it's been effectively cut in half. Like some of it did not transmission, and you see right outside the barn the top half of a cloaked figure kind of like clawing its way towards the doors.
Bring it in here.
Bring it in here.
Why would we do that?
What is it?
It was trying to fight the bird and died.
Well, not yet. It's still crawling.
Well, shit.
All right, let's go help it.
Oh my god.
The hands from this distance are like distinctly human-like. But it's just like clawing its way towards the door. But you can see like blood and things are trailing out of the back.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, I'm gonna slide down the ladder.
We're gonna run out there.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye on the bird.
Do you guys just swing the...
Just in case.
Yeah, no, the bird, as soon as this thing transmissions, just up into the sky and starts circling.
Oh man, this could be a bad idea.
Run.
Just do it. No.
All right, I'm gonna turn to Crash and be like, "Hey, we're gonna open the door. There's a thing outside. Grab it and pull it inside." Okay.
I
kinda
don't
like bracing
surely
himself.
send Noodles out to help.
Crash, can you do this quietly, please?
Yeah.
As quiet as you can.
Stealth mode.
I know it's not your
Stealth
Hey,
mode.
wait.
better.
I know. I'm gonna have Shirley pick up some dirt, throw a boulder like way out
Okay.
in the opposite direction.
Oh man.
Okay. So there's only the 2 doors in and out. There's the barn doors at the front where the thing is like crawling towards the door.
Yeah.
And then there's a back door. So where is Shirley gonna throw the boulder?
Shirley's gonna go back door, throw a boulder.
Okay. Shirley, roll a d20.
What is this?
It's nothing. Just roll a d20.
6.
6? Okay. So, worth noting, as you guys are like, all right, Crash, we're gonna open the door, you're gonna grab the thing. Shirley just kind of noodles over, grabs a nearby just clump of earth,
Yeah.
kind of compacts it, slides the back door open, and just flings a rock out, and you just hear this. As Milo, you see the bird in air, just head spins down towards the barn.
Didn't go as far as I hoped. Everybody quiet.
Did I hear her do this before I opened the door?
It's probably about the same time.
I'm like about to open the door and I like slide it open and I hear that and I'm like gonna close the door.
Okay. Through the crack in the door, you can see the hand kind of reaching up.
What does it look like?
It looks like a human hand, and it's like.
Oh my god.
And right as the door's like cracked this far, the ball's in your court. But you can see the bird up ahead is kind of like heads down.
far
and
gone now.
it's
Alright, yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna open it more. Crash, grab him!
Okay, yeah. Crash will grab and fling the body in.
Shut the door immediately.
Yeah. And as you slam the door, Milo, you see the bird kind of starts a dive bomb descent and then kind of pulls out of it. And there's this enormous like rattling of the building as it kind of like flies
Holy
over.
cow. Can I have gotten any more detail about it?
Yeah, so
What about like the feathering?
what is this? Yeah, it's,
Can you just
its
tell me what the bird
talons. The size of one of its talons is roughly your height.
Whoa. That's neat.
Yeah, the eyes as they kind of like pivot up and you kind of watch them.
How are your
Thankfully, you
bird
don't lock
handling
eyes
skills?
with it, but you watch. It's got like almost several degrees of focus that are kind of like tilting and changing as it flies.
Jeez
forward.
Louise. Did you guys get it in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What
there's
is it?
now
Rose-
just an unconscious
Maybe
creature
Rose
just like
could, like-
leaned up against the wall, missing its legs.
Maybe Rose could like aqua shield it to.
Can I tell what it is?
I don't know that we
Like, is it a human or a Pokemon?
It is humanoid, but like it's got a cloak on. It's covered in blood, mud, and dirt. And it's missing its legs.
Why were you fighting it?
I want to try and... It's unconscious.
It's unconscious.
I want to try and
It's-
take
it's
the
long
cloak
gone.
off the head parts.
Okay. Yeah. It offers no resistance. It's very nearly dead, but it is very obviously a Kadabra. As you kind of pull the cloak back, you can see the telltale mustache of the Kadabra. The large, like, protruding
Is it
head
alive?
bobbles barely. This thing is, like, this close.
Can you hear me?
And it's just... It's like glass-eyed. It's...
Is there anything like on its cloak?
No.
It's just like a
It
black
is-
cloak.
Yeah, it is...
To check its wallet for ID.
It is almost
That was on my
suspiciously
pants.
devoid of detail.
Of course. Holy crap.
I'm gonna take the cloak. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's covered in blood and
I'm
there's
just kidding.
it's ripped by the talons, but if you want it, it's yours. Phoebe's like, sick loot. What does it do for me? Plus one to stealth checks, I'm in.
A magic coat. No, it's just covered in blood. A magic coat.
You now have cadaver blood
I
all
have
over your body.
advantage on hiding from birds.
Well, I mean, on the one hand, if these were the ones that were like following us, we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that's what's going on here.
I definitely don't think that the bird was trying to fight us. It seemed pretty preoccupied after the CJ thing.
It still attacked him though.
Yeah, I feel like
like those were attacking it.
But
It seems like it just is like murderous and goes after anything that's moving.
We don't know.
CJ, to a bird, looked like he was wearing a cloak with his hoodie. Maybe that's why he went after him.
So it's my fault now?
No, I'm just saying.
Still blaming?
I'm just saying maybe it was like up against those things and thought it saw one.
It knows.
If you didn't want to be eaten by a shark, you shouldn't have gone swimming.
hey, you, over here.
Nothing.
Just
It is very
It's
much.
died?
It's like about to bleed out. Like it's
Hey.
missing from here down. Like things are falling out that should not be.
If you can send me your thoughts, tell me why you were fighting the bird.
Okay. Its hand kind of like limply falls over, and you see like this very subtle white glow in its palm.
White glove?
White glow.
Glow.
Is it like a stone?
No, it's just like translucent light.
Do you touch
Hey,
it?
bro.
Is it memories?
But I really want to know what it's saying.
Take it to the ball and see.
Grab his hand, yeah, for real.
All right, Bentley will try and pick it up.
Okay. Yeah. As you make contact, your head kind of like rockets back, and your mouth kind of opens. And you will be explaining in Kadabra's words what happened, but you will be unconscious for the experience. It'll be quite fun. So you guys watch as Bentley kind of just goes,
What the fuck?
as from his person, you're hit with like just flashes of images of the three Kadabras kind of silently agreeing to something in the woods, teleporting in behind you. You see one of them communing with the drowsy and being handed a small pouch of something. And the drowsy goes, and you hear the laugh one more time in the room that you're in. Chill kind of runs down your spine. As the three Kadabras then split up in the woods, and as you guys see yourselves kind of running with the whirlwind that's going, each of the Kadabras puts up an illusory wall between your groups to split you up. And as they send you out, that's why everything that you see was normal and why you're all separated. And then it brings you to all three of the Kadabras getting closer and closer to the walls. As they get closer, Ona actually is able to fend one off and break away, seeing the large bird headed for CJ. And then the three Kadabras kind of agree that that is the bigger threat at the moment. And that brings us to this moment right now, where Bentley suddenly comes back into his own being, screaming, as the final image was the Kadabra being ripped in half. As he's kind of like, grabbing at his legs.
So only he saw that?
No.
No, he
saw that.
saw
I
it,
didn't
and
see
then he basically is like projecting out of like his face
Okay.
these memories.
Holy cow.
As the glow fades from the palm of the Kadabra, and it just
What the heck? Well, you were right.
So, do we think these things were cahooting with cause, or they're just rogue on their own, agreeing with drowsies to do drowsies' bidding?
No.
They were following us.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
They were gonna do something, and then that bird
Saved
became
us.
a serious
lining.
threat. You just want the bird.
I don't want the bird. I just want to marvel at it.
I definitely want the bird.
You've already marveled at it, but you're still, it's not enough.
But I mean, to my knowledge, this could be a new species or a legend of some sort.
Yes, it's a massive bird. Can we focus on the dead Kadabra in the barn, please?
Yeah, sure.
What is happening?
They were following us. They fought that bird and they lost. So we shouldn't fight that bird.
I'm
Very aware.
That's what I'm taking away from this.
I'm terrified because of what we kind of know about the war and them being able to control other Pokemon, that they weren't able to control that bird.
It's great.
So
Really great.
Thank you, bird.
But they were also able to split us up. That's why we couldn't see anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
If at any moment they can just put up walls so we can't see each other.
Oh, yeah.
This is a power far beyond anything that we can comprehend or know how to handle.
Do we think that the visions that you guys saw has anything to do with this? Would it be them doing it? 'Cause
I don't know.
it seems like they didn't know about the bird if they thought...
Or they did know about the bird.
Well, it seemed like they pivoted because they were
Yeah.
like, oh, this is a much bigger threat.
Yeah.
We need to take care of this.
Seems like that was a nuisance, something they thought they just had to deal with.
Unless then my vision was a warning.
Phoebe, what was your vision?
One of those things coming at me.
And doing what?
And that's it?
Just touching me, and then I flew back and woke up.
That's it? That's all that happened?
Yeah.
What the heck?
I mean, Kate.
Well, that wasn't it, but I don't know that.
Try and remember, Phoebe. Try and remember. Was there anything else?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, there's still the giant bird outside. So
What am I forgetting?
I can't tell you.
Whatever.
there's still a giant bird outside. There's a dead cadaver in here. We need to figure out a plan because we're not on the path anymore to Mayburn. I think we're way off path somewhere. I don't even know.
For sure.
I've never heard of this crop field. There's no farmer here, clearly. There's Evie.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
It's still hiding under one of the.
I'm gonna
stacks
go
of
over
hay.
to Chicky Baby. Yeah. Be like, what was that glowing about?
It's like,
That's so weird.
All right, Bentley's gonna go and try and army crawl into the haystack to find Evie.
okay. Yeah, it's like very nervously like coiled up in the corner.
Hey, so we gotta try and figure out a plan to get out of here. How long ago did you get into the barn? Okay, well, are you willing to try and make a break for it? It'll be all right. We'll work together as a team.
It kind of like pushes further back towards the hay.
Do you notice, like, is it safer at night? Definitely not? Okay.
It's not safe. That's not safe.
It's not safe ever.
So, I'm gonna see if Derby can, like, dig us a tunnel.
Okay.
All right.
Where do you want to tunnel to?
Huh?
Where do you have him dig to?
Do you guys, does that sound like the best plan at the moment?
I'm gonna look around in the barn a little bit more, see if I can find anything.
Okay. Any notion of who was here prior?
Something like that.
Okay.
Investigation or perception again?
Investifart.
Whichever you would prefer.
And perception. Yeah, 19.
19.
Nice.
Yeah, so there, aside from the hay bales and the sort of largely empty loft space that was really just up to the window, it seems like most things of value were cleared out of here in a hurry. There's like a lot of signs of like stuff was packed and somebody left. It looks like some kind of cart tracks were dragged out, but you didn't see any signs of a cart making its way through a cornfield or going anywhere. But the tracks stopped like right at the frame of the door. Aside from that, there is the cut in half cadaver, kind of just perched up against one of those hay bales. A couple old gardening tools, some like whatever the things are that you bale hay with, the little pitchforks. That's it. That's the thing. A couple things like that.
What if...
Finally!
This is super morbid, but I'm going to throw it out there. What if we have Derby kind of like hover the half cadabra in the opposite direction we want to go to get its attention, and we'll go the other way, and then he'll just shoot under if it's coming and meet up with us. Because he's crazy fast underground.
If you're okay with that plan, that seems like a good plan. This seems dangerous, but makes sense.
I feel like we could do that. Maybe Crash or Shirley could try and chuck it out the front door, distract it, and then we could dig the tunnel. I feel like if it goes after something, it's going to realize pretty quickly that we're trying to distract it. I feel like tunnels may be the safest route.
Or it'll just think the thing's still trying to crawl away.
Well, yeah, for a moment, till it realizes it's not living.
I don't know. I'm gonna pick up Chicky Baby again.
Okay.
and go sit by the Eevee.
Okay.
I want to hold Chicky Baby while this occurrence happens.
Yeah. The little stone ever so slightly glows again.
I know I'm off base here, not on topic, but what is going on? Do you see this? What's happening here?
What's the stone around her?
It's a leaf stone.
No, okay.
I'm assuming because Eevees evolve into all sorts of types, that leaf stone might have it evolve. So it's like reacting to it.
Holy crap. That'd be crazy.
But I could be wrong.
I would say maybe if you don't want that to happen, don't have the stone touch.
Because the stone would be like gone too.
Right, but then we'd have a Leafeon.
There would be a Leafeon.
Well.
Seems very apprehensive to joining us, but...
Oh, that doesn't matter. Pokeballs exist.
That's reason.
Evolve! In your mind!
Well...
Heal go!
I mean, reason 2 why we should maybe have Derby dig our way out of here is just convincing Eevee to come with us. I don't want to leave it here trapped in the barn.
No, we definitely need to make it come with us.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We need to save it, even if it doesn't want to be saved.
Is Derby
I'm gonna
out?
save you!
My only downside with Derby digging the tunnel is I feel like we'll get lost easier, or not end up where we want to be.
We have been lost underground before.
I'd rather be lost underground than dead by a bird.
I'm gonna go back up stairs and see, is it still like circling around? Has it left the area?
It is circling, but like directly over the barn.
What if you're right about the cloak thing, and it only attacked me
Because you had that.
because I had my hoodie on?
So you want like someone else to step out?
It didn't attack any of you guys, and you were out there too. It makes sense. I obviously can't go out there.
Okay.
I don't want to tell you what to
You
do.
know what?
Bird to bird seems like a best plan.
All right. So here's what I'll do then.
We send Glenn.
I mean, we stand back. Go, Glenn! Great distraction,
That's
Glenn.
exactly what I was thinking. So I'm gonna have.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have Derby dig a giant pit
Okay.
so you guys can hide in it.
Under the barn?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna step out the back door and see if it, like, not enough like where I'm gonna be like, ah! But like just stick my head out and like see if it ever tries to come get me, and then I'll come dive in the pit and like cover it, so if he attacks the barn we're just all gone. But
That sounds like a terrible plan.
I like it.
We want to get its attention more? I don't think that's a good idea.
I think we test Mirlo's theory.
but if
I liked it.
if
I
we're
liked your
right,
theory with the hoodie and the cloak, and maybe that's what it's after. Maybe
That's what I meant. That was his theory.
so like if it's that,
his theory
then
was
it
go
won't
out
fit.
and wave.
no.
Because I'm not wearing a
Yeah, exactly. Like, you guys were all out there, and it didn't attack you.
Why
It
don't-
only attacked me.
Why don't we have Shirley chuck Kadabra over here with the cloak out?
Well, I mean, that did happen before. It just wasn't a Kadabra body, and that didn't go well.
Yeah, because it wasn't the Kadabra body with the cloak. That's my point.
I think the point of my point is that we're trying to figure out if the bird is going to attack things that don't have a cloak on. It may have just eaten that Tauros because it wanted to eat.
I don't think that that's a smart... Because what if we're wrong?
Then we get in trouble again. But we need to get out of here somehow. This seems like the best possible way.
All right, Derby, dig a hole.
We need a brain blast.
Derby digs a hole.
Okay, big enough for everybody to fit.
If you ask for a hole big
Yeah.
enough for everybody to fit,
I
he will
do.
dig you a hole big enough for everybody to fit.
Okay, and then
He eats the dirt.
and then start Derby making a path north
He's just like,
that way, and
Do we
like
even know where north is?
a tunnel that
based on like the positioning of the sun, you guys can probably figure it out.
We can just ask Pendleton.
yeah.
That too. You have ways of determining which.
Derby,
which direction.
start digging a tunnel that we can walk through to the north.
He begins digging you a tunnel. He'll go like 100 feet ahead of you, and then he'll come back.
While they start walking and look out the window again, does he notice, or can I notice that something's happening?
On the...
Like where he's digging?
So north would send you towards the tree line.
We just wanted to get back to the path, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So that's where you want to go.
Yeah.
I don't think we should go back through the field. That's a lot of open space.
I feel like we're surrounded by field,
Yeah.
aren't we? It's everywhere.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're like in the middle of the field. They're in a barn. There's no way to not go through the field.
Is it obvious, like, that...
That Derby's doing it?
Yeah. Okay.
Smart.
He's smart.
It's still, like,
Derby's
circling up ahead.
Oh, yeah. It's keeping its head kind of tilted to just keep a literal bird's eye view on the top of the barn.
Okay.
Phase 3 of plan is a go. I'm going to turn to Crash and be like, I'm pretty confident that bird's not going to attack the person that goes out there as long as I don't have a cloak on.
He's like...
Kind of want you to go outside. You're fine. No, not me. I have this on. No. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna do what Milo was gonna do.
Make a persuasion check.
Bentley's just huddled in the corner with
11
all of his
is-
Pokemon and egg.
He's looking at you like...
Okay. It's a good plan. You're just gonna step out,
Crash is
see
just,
what's
like,
gonna happen,
whistling.
and if anything bad happens, just jump inside. We'll close up the ground. We'll be underground. We'll be okay.
Okay.
Right? Does that seem
Crash
okay
goes
with
up
you?
to the door and just goes...
You guys still arguing?
If Crash is afraid, what are we doing here?
He just peels the door open and looks back at you and is just like...
Just, it's okay.
Ah! And just runs out.
Oh god, so I'm stopped. I'm watching this now.
Okay. Yeah, in the middle of your argument on what to do, the Crash is outside. Just... Ah! And then you watch through your perch at the window... instantly into a dive bomb as Crash just looks up and goes... "Ah!" and just pushes forward as water propels him into the barn. He just shatters through the door and into the hole.
Okay.
What's everybody doing? Because you're on... I'm assuming you're still up at your perch.
Let's go get in the hole.
You gotta get down here quick.
Are you up on your perch?
I mean, no, I had come down because we were discussing if I was going outside or not.
Okay. Yeah, then you just see Crash come flying backwards into the hole.
Alright, let's all jump in the hole.
I'm sitting next to Chikorita or whatever in that area. I'm gonna grab the Eevee as well.
Yeah, the Eevee at first is like... and just like dives into your arms. Just like, save me, please.
Yeah, Derby, can you like shut it?
He's like... And as
Isn't Derby like way off digging a tunnel?
No, he dug about 100 feet out from
Okay.
there. He was like, I got you.
That's why I did it.
Yeah. So right as the ground is covering up, you hear the splintering and exploding of barn door as the very loud eagle screech comes through and the barn is no more.
Jeez.
All right. I apologize. I was wrong.
You are now in pitch black underground.
We tested your theory. I was wrong.
Okay. Wow. So...
Why did you guys think that was a good idea? It's a huge killer bird. It killed a Tauros and ate it. Why did you think that was a good idea?
Maybe it was just eating.
Now we know for sure it's a killer bird.
Well,
Instead of
We had the information.
If it didn't care,
Listen to what Phoebe's
then we
saying.
could have just walked.
Crash did kind of puss out, damn.
Alright.
He slaps you in the back.
Well, I'm with Crash. That thing killed a Tauros. It just pinched it with the two. Why did you think that was a good idea, CJ? Why did you do
That's
that?
really impressive.
I did what I did.
Yeah. You guys are still standing in pitch black, by the way.
you
You're
get
just
your
like
lantern
shouting
out,
at walls.
I guess.
Thank you.
The lantern comes out. You guys can see again. Little Eevee seems very, very grateful to be underground and not dead.
Lead the way, Derby.
He goes, "Whack, whack." And just keeps popping up a little ways ahead of you, and then you just hear as the tunnel extends.
And we'll just walk for a bit, and then I think...
Would it be smart to now do what you guys were talking about and just wait and have your boy go forward? Try to find something?
I feel like we need to keep moving at this point. If he can dig us a tunnel, we should follow the tunnel.
All right, let's go.
As long as it's not going to cave in on us.
Let's do what we're gonna do.
At some point after we walked for a while, we'll just have him pop up and see if he can still see it.
Okay.
So we'll walk for what I imagine to be 20 minutes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Does that sound fair?
Sure.
Good?
I mean, how far did the tree line look?
I mean, you guys ran it. It was probably like 3 miles.
3 miles?
Yeah, it was not not a safe thing to do. But Crash did it. Crash is fast, dude. He's fast, Crash.
All right. Yeah.
That was so crazy. What if that was like a legendary or something?
Yeah. Makes sense. I don't even know what that was.
Me neither.
It's crazy.
I've never seen a bird like that before.
I didn't know that Pokemon could get that big.
Me neither.
Well, that's cool. Well, do we kind of know that?
What?
Well, I kind of know that. That Mega for Alligator, I can't imagine it was not comparable. Right? So, there's that.
I didn't see that though.
It's a kaiju.
Guys, I think there's a pretty big point that we're all just ignoring here.
What's that?
If Kadabras were following us and split us up, they know where we're going. The whole point of going to Mayburn was so that they wouldn't be able to follow us because they thought we were going south.
Unless they were there the whole time.
Yeah,
Well, how
I
do
think
they-
they're just following us at this point. That Abra saw us and we're SOL.
The apparated way was gone. Why are they still following us?
Why wouldn't he apparate away and be like, hey, they're gonna leave? And then send out those scouts? Makes sense, right?
You're way too blasé about this, CJ. What do you?
I'm just saying with that. We're here now. What are we gonna do? We gotta keep moving forward.
I understand that. We don't really have a choice. We're in the freaking tunnel now. Great. I don't like being underground.
Yeah, I can tell.
I just don't like if they have been this. We're just screwed.
Or, for the first time, they have no idea where we are.
Because they're dead.
Well, those ones are.
Yeah.
Or, what if they were trying to help us? I don't know why splitting us up would help us.
No, I don't think that's a thing on the table.
I mean, it's possible. Maybe they were trying to divert us from the
on
bird.
the table and you knocked it off the table.
No.
Like an angry cat.
No.
Nope, not a theory. I deem it so.
That is not correct.
You just send him up?
Yeah. Kirby, poke your head up, see if you can see that gigantic bird.
Okay, he kind of goes on the sidewalls. And you see his little foot dangling below. And then he just drops right back down. He's like,
It's still up there?
There's like a little hole, and then right over here, you see the big old shadow. You seem to be still in the circular path that it was trailing over the barn.
God, it's
But the barn is gone.
gigantic. Gigantic. What if it's one of the like guardian things?
Possible. Very possible. Send Monty up there.
Yeah, no.
Go break off part of
Yeah,
flying
no.
stuff.
Glenn!
Yeah, I know. Glenn is the guardian.
Fat. He just becomes like 9,000 pounds.
Yeah.
If you bring me
Defense
treats
is
or
good
something,
offense.
I'll give you whatever you need.
Another 20.
How, Derby, are we getting like closer to a path? Did you see anything?
He goes,
Oh, we're like right underneath it? Oh.
and he kind of like flies in a circle really fast.
Oh, you just saw the bird and that was it? Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll keep walking for a bit. What do you think, Phoebe?
Yeah. What else are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Hey, Team Dad.
What are the options, guys? We gotta keep moving. We gotta go.
Are your children okay, Team Dad?
I mean, I guess.
Good.
Manny, for the first time since his hatching, is very quiet.
Oh.
He's just
Taking it all in.
You know shit's real when he's quiet.
When a baby can sense how terrible shit is.
Yeah, he's not doing anything.
Alright, I'm gonna take Manny out of the satchel and like set him down in front of me. Like, hey, bud, I know you don't like this. It's a spell tag.
And he grabs it and kind of runs a little his head.
All right.
He's kind of like flailing it around.
Oh, an idea, but
We send Manny out flailing the spell tag.
we surrender. No, I was gonna say we should have taken that half a body and put those 2 bombs from Ansem on it.
Oh, we could have potentially killed the bird.
Blown it up.
That would have been crazy.
At least, like, if it's sticky or something, inhibit its flight and then run. We can still do it, we just don't have the bait.
Just take it down.
Glenn!
Glenn could be bait. Glenn could be
I'm
bait.
not sacrificing Glenn.
Glenn!
Just punchy Glenn.
It's only a
Carrying
sacrifice if he
bombs,
dies.
Like, hey! Just immediately gets eaten.
Like, is this thing that ruthless that it's gonna see Glenn and be like, I have to kill it?
It's a very small
just gonna be
bird,
like
so there's no threat, it's not enough
Glenn,
food.
your sacrifice won't be in
Pointless.
vain.
Get out of here.
Alright, so I'll keep walking.
Okay. You continue walking.
But I'm gonna keep thinking about how I could use this.
Oh, that I love the plan. Let's try and figure that out. I'm fully on board to use that for that.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time.
Yeah, as you guys continue walking.
I'm gonna send out Mortar so he can keep an eye on Manny. And
Yeah.
I'm letting him walk around.
Yeah, as Manny flails around the his little spell tag, the kind of flickering, dancing light from your lantern is giving him like a very peculiar shadow, and he's trying to like catch it. And you watch as like there's this little Peter Pan dynamic going on where his shadow doesn't quite match up with what he's doing, and he'll like try to catch it, and his shadow will just move behind him. And he's like, he'll kind of jump at it, and it kind of shifts around him.
It's pretty cool. That's a new thing. Mortar, make sure you keep an eye on him, all right?
Mortar's just like,
It's a big ask, I know.
You're a big brother now.
I know. He's part of the team.
yeah. And then as you guys are talking, Manny just goes, ah! And just munches on his large arm. And Mortar just lifts his arm up and is like, why?
I know, bud. Just let him do his munching. He doesn't have any teeth yet, I don't think.
Hey, that's what Manny's doing. Is everybody else just walking?
Just doing Diglett stuff.
Yeah, and then once we've walked for a little bit longer, I'll say, hey, Derby, go check again.
He just goes,
I believe in you, bud.
just all the way up, just inverts, kind of looks around for a second. He comes back down to the ground.
Did you still see him?
He kind of squints for a second at the ground and just like terraforms the tiny little images of like a bunch of little trees.
We're at the tree line. Should we walk along the tree line? Or should we go in it so we have tree cover at least? If it's that big.
I mean, I know you want to see the bird again, so whatever you want to do.
Well, I just think...
I don't want to see the bird again, and we've been pretty safe underground, so let's maybe stay underground for at least another mile, I would say. I don't want to be anywhere near that thing.
Maybe another, like, few...
It ate a Tauros. A Tauros is a big threat.
Yeah. Another few hundred
I think
yards.
I think I'm gonna walk above if we're in the trees. If you want to come up with me, Derby can keep digging for you guys. But if anything, while we're in there, if we come across that drowsy again, I definitely want to interrogate it.
Sure. Good cop, bad cop.
Bad cop, worst cop.
Awesome.
So yeah, I'm gonna climb back up, poke my head out.
Well, hold on. Can Bentley figure out whether the drowsy that we battled and defeated was the same one that cut a deal with the Cadabras?
It is
Presumably.
It is a reasonable conclusion to make. The drowsies both appeared identical.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you.
Okay. I'm gonna poke my head out and perceive if I see the bird anywhere nearby and how close the trees are.
Okay.
15.
Yeah, you come up right under one of the little mangrove trees, and just something is like immediately resting on the top of your head as you kind of lift up. And you just see like it almost looks like a large bill. It almost looks like you're wearing a hat. You're just like...
I'll turn my head
Talon
around.
goes through your brain.
your nose kind of goes right into just some like pudge. No what? And you see her.
Hi. I hope I'm not like in your house or anything. Have you seen a giant bird around here? Alright, I'm gonna. I have some friends that are crawling out of this hole behind me. Alright, thanks, bud. I'm gonna crawl out.
Okay. Yeah, as you emerge from the hole, he just goes.
I'm gonna call back Chicky Baby and then follow Milo.
Yeah. The little Evis is sad that you leave it. It's like, bruh.
Well, come with me then.
Bruh.
Come with me.
Climb up.
Are you guys staying down there?
It'll get to a jump that it can very easily make on its own. It's like,
Yeah, right.
It's funny.
I'm not picking it up.
you're not.
No, it's gonna jump on its own. Follow me.
Yeah, you turn around and
You
you're like,
butthead.
whatever, and it just goes,
Yeah, that's right.
it scrambles up.
I'll call out Chicky Baby again and let
Okay.
them stand by each other.
Yeah. You come face to face with just this very big, wide boy duck.
I'm assuming he's yellow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's up? What's up, Doug? Yeah.
Oh,
It's wet and slimy.
I can like read your mind.
I'm very strong.
Interesting.
Slimy.
Got a headache? That's tough. Maybe you're dehydrated. I'll give you some water.
Okay. You just...
That help at all? Here we go. No. Okay. Do you know... We're trying to get to Mayburn. Do you know where Mayburn is? Yeah?
That quack was different from the other quacks.
It's because Drew's laughing.
We're trying to get out of this...
Game the system.
Trying to get out of this forest into where other people are in the city. You know where to go? Can you lead us there? I'll give you food.
Solid.
Okay, lead the way.
And just starts trudging along.
Okay.
Every once in a while, you'll see like a small like buggy type Pokemon, and he just goes, and it'll just like recoil like a small Weedle or something. It'll just be like, and it almost is like a reacting to like a dog whistle, and they'll just like crawl away and just goes.
Is it all the Pokemon nearby or just those?
Just like the really small bugs.
Okay. Interesting. Guys, there's a Psyduck up here if you want to come walk with us.
He just kind of sticks his bill in the hole and goes.
Hello,
Hi.
Psyduck. I think I'm good down here in the tunnel. Jovi can keep digging the tunnel.
You staying down there too?
Seems alright, Bentley.
Okay.
Crash, get up here.
Then Crash will just be like, climbs out and Static just goes.
It's okay.
Alright, yeah, so Derby, just keep digging for them. Or are we on, like, is there an obvious path we're following? We're just following Psyduck?
Yeah.
Okay, just try to listen for this this big duck and Crash's feet and follow us. And we'll keep moving.
In the tunnel, I want to try and see, like, as we're moving with the lantern, if Bentley can figure out what's going on with Peter Pan Shadow with Manny, and if he can, like, maybe train a little bit with Mortar.
Yeah, there appears to be a quite a playful relationship with the Shadow, but Manny's like furious that he can't catch it. It's like, and the Shadow's just always like behind him. Sometimes it peels out of the ground and then folds back in. It'll go onto the wall and kind of face him, and then he'll dive into the wall and it'll be on the other one.
Is he like going after it at all? Like trying to like attack it?
He seems mostly just annoyed that like there's nothing tangible. Like even if he catches it, there's nothing there. He just passes through it.
How's his egg shelmet going?
It's too big, so it flails around every time he dives.
Okay. Hey, Morta, I was wondering maybe if you could help train up Manny a little bit and maybe help him attack that shadow. Maybe if he wants to like attack your arm, you could just like take the hit. No, you're powerful. You're strong. You have the big arm. I don't have a big arm. He just goes. Yeah, there you go. Train him up. I want you to be like his battle mentor. Like you can teach him, and he'll get strong like you.
And he just goes with his little beak.
All right. Well, yeah. Train him up. You can do it.
Make a persuasion check.
He hatched him.
It's your son.
Persuasion. Boy. That's unfortunate. 9. It's always 8. It's so
he is very unsure, but he will follow your wishes. He will attempt to.
Even if he just wants to like watch him while he's like trying to attack his shadow and like help him like shadow box the shadow.
Okay. Yeah, Manny will watch Mortar's movements as the shadow watches Manny's movements. He's just kind of diving in every which way. And then occasionally you guys above ground just see the Psyduck go just into the tunnel. Manny loves it every time. He starts like cheering and screaming.
Gets distracted.
He's like, shadow. And then he continues forwards.
So good. Oh man.
I'm gonna put Glenn on his head.
Okay. They're both delighted. He just goes whack. And Glenn's just
oh god, that's hilarious. Alright. Keep leading the way. I'm just gonna keep my eye out for things.
Okay. Yeah, the Psyduck will kind of just reach into its downy feathers and pull out like a crumpled little piece of paper. Just unfurls it and hands it to you.
Oh.
Just goes whack.
Thank you. Is this the bill for I'm gonna look at it, obviously.
$6,000.
So pasted on this little piece of paper is a very familiar green fluorescent like stamp. And then very terribly scrawled onto the paper, like you can barely read it. You're pretty sure it says Wayland Coover.
Wayland Coover?
Yeah.
What is that?
And then the Psyduck just goes whack.
Who's Wayland Coover?
Whack.
Oh my god. Is this do you have a trainer?
Whack.
No, is this just a friend?
Whack.
Yeah.
That's Glenn again.
Coover? That's so good.
What does the stamp look like?
It looks like just a very round, soft object was just pressed in like green paint and pushed onto a piece of paper.
Is that your handprint?
He like holds up and he's got like a 3-pronged web hand.
Did a person give you this? A A Pokemon gave it to you? Was it a Tangela?
He established his own name. So he can beat the system. He's got like a social security number that he stole from somebody.
His name is Wayland Cooper.
Just went off the beaten path, choked out a drifter, and took his ID.
Jesus.
Did you battle him?
Incredible.
Like a bar, they're like, that doesn't check out.
Yeah or no? You didn't battle him? Did he try to catch you? What is... Did he tell you to give this to me?
What?
Was he at least nice to you?
Incredible.
Oh my god.
Hey, what's going on up there, guys? We still... Hi, Psyduck. What's going on?
Psyduck met Tangela.
What?
The one that we met that caught a Zubat? Yeah, he met him.
Yeah, I know Tangela. Milo, come on.
Yeah, he met him.
How do you know?
Because he handed me...
All right.
He handed me a piece of paper, and it had like the glowy green algae that we're used to from Tangela.
Right.
And it's signed Wayland Cooper.
What?
I'm just as lost as you, man, but Psyduck said it was a Tangela.
Like he made up his own name?
Like he made up his own name.
Did we confirm that? Did he say it was his name?
Is this the Tangela's name? I don't know what other name it would be.
Why would he give that to you?
Because I gave him a rock.
So he's giving you a piece of paper that says Wayland Coover?
I don't know.
Can Bentley do like a history check to see if he knows who Wayland Coover is?
Yes.
If it's a person?
Yes.
History? Mm-hmm. Oh, 24.
Okay. Wymond Cooper is a professional battler. From Beaversby. Wayland Coover is no one.
Hey, Milo.
Yeah.
Can you look at the paper again? Does it say Wymond Cooper?
I'll investigate it closer.
Yeah, if you flip it over to the other side, there appears to be it looks like it's written on effectively like a trading card, but the whole back of it has been kind of like scrawled out, and in slightly nicer handwriting, you can see a thing that just says, "Be seeing you."
So yeah, it says "be seeing you" on the back.
Well, I don't know a Wayland Cooper, but I know Wymond Cooper. That's a pro battler from Beaversby. I remember seeing him on the TV. Maybe that's what it meant.
Is this like it's handwritten and not like printed on the card?
Yeah, so one side, the side that has like the green splotch, appears to be kind of pressed in. It looks very similar in shape to the rock that you left for Tangela. And then on one side is very scrawled out Wayland Coover, and on the back it just says, "Be seeing you." But the thing on the back is not written by the same person, or they got much better at writing.
Okay, so I think that he either like found this and liked the name and like named himself after it, sort of.
Is it just a piece of paper, or is it something like a business card that he found?
It looks like a trading card.
He found Wayman Cooper, is holding him hostage, and being Wayman Cooper now.
Stole all of his Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Good lord.
Then at this point, the Psyduck just goes, "Whack," and kind of rubs his temple, and then he offers out a hand to you. Okay. And as he kind of touches hands with you, he goes, "Whack," and you are transported in a vision to the meeting of Tangela and Psyduck, where he walks up quite proud, and in a language you don't understand, but is very different from what you've heard Tangela's sounds be. It almost seems like he's trying to like mimic human speech. There's a intonation to it, like he's following speech patterns. As he kind of holds out this trading card out, and you can see in the vision it does say Wyman Cooper on one side, and written on there is be seeing you. Something that Wyman Cooper is known to say to his opponents after he's beaten them. And then on the other side, he kind of like rubs one of his little tentacles into his shoe, and goes, and then takes out the small stone, and Tangela just gives it like the dirtiest look. He goes, and then just scrawls on there with like a piece of charcoal. Just, Wyman Cooper. And behind him, in this vision, you can see his Zubat is kind of perched very slightly behind him, and there's a very small purple kind of horned critter on the ground behind him. And he hands the note to the Psyduck, and he kind of draws a very crude picture of you. And then he draws Monty, and he just goes, and Psyduck just goes, and then just sat in the mangrove tree and had a headache until you arrived.
Oh my god.
And as he kind of pulls his hand, he goes, whack. And just keeps walking.
Unbelievable. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
And that's where we'll call it.
I was waiting for it.
Wayland Coover.
After a harrowing encounter with a living legend, our heroes have come face to face with what may be their most promising. Guac. See you all next week. Guac.